Good evening, everybody. We are Brotherhood of the Dice, and this is Pirate Borg. Buried in the Bahamas, Session 4. I am here with a vast array of wonderful friends and the amazing Games Master, Mr. Phil I Am. Take it away, Phil.
Good evening. So, last time on Pirate Borg, after arriving in the settlement of Port Nelson, the pirates met a handful of the locals and were presented with several job opportunities. The settlement itself is little more than a shanty town, home to only a few dozen souls who seem to lack the motivation to do much beyond lazing in the sun or drinking grog. The place itself is run by a wizened old woman by the name of Esperanza, to whom the rest of the locals defer out of long-earned respect. She owns the only two vessels on the island, a longboat beached on the shore and a tartane anchored just offshore. While Reverend Proctor managed to make a poor first impression on Esperanza, Nia managed to broker a potential deal for the longboat. After offering a sample of his signature dish, Jumba, the owner of the local tavern, asks Marcus to harvest a local delicacy he calls lost eyes, strange snails that serve as the main ingredient in his cooking. For a crate full of these creatures, Jumba offers a hefty payment of 500 silver. Gathering together again, but leaving Frank partially comatose at the bar, the rest of the crew wandered off to discuss their options. While the Reverend rants, Marcus suggests stealing both the boat and Jumba's silver, but Captain Mockingbird argues for honouring their bargains rather than risking the ire of the locals. As tempers flare, Bottlesmith suddenly emerges once more from the nearby bushes. He claims to know how they might acquire the tartane if they agree to take him along, and also tells them of a British freighter that sank off the coast, carrying down with it a shipment of Spanish gold. When the crew later return to the bar, they find Frank embroiled in a brawl with a parrot. Frank barely survives the encounter, finally drawing his flintlock and murdering the bird. Tucked inside Frank's shirt is a treasure map which he stole from the parrot. The map appears to point towards the sea caves along the northern cliffs of the island, and it is marked with Misoan. I got wrong last time. Not Minoan, Misoan runes, suggesting that the caves are a sacred site. An argument breaks out between the Reverend and Frank, escalating to a brief scuffle that ends with the Reverend's musket, when the Reverend's musket explodes in his face. He later pays Frank 8 silver in reparations. At last, a decision is made. The crew sets out to investigate the caves marked on the map. Taking the raft, they circumnavigate the island and, timing the waves just right, ride them into the darkness of the cave. And that is where we left it. So, of course, that is where we will pick it up again. So, your raft is carried by the surge of the wave in through the entrance of the cave, expertly pirated by Marcus, I believe. I think it was Marcus. I'm going to say Marcus. And yeah, you are swallowed up by the darkness. What are you doing? The raft is still surging forward. It is pitch black ahead of you. Behind you, you can see the light outside.
Does someone have any light on them?
I think I can help you with that, children. I have a great grace given to me by our Lord. I can create for us a little illumination for our journey ahead. And Mr. Phil, I am Games Master, sir. I would like to cast my divine light.
Divine light, bright light radiates from thee for up to 2 minutes. Go. Read that out, would you please? It disappeared off my chat.
Bright light radiates from thee for up to d6 times 10 minutes.
Okay. And is there a count? Yeah, there we go.
Enemies that see it are minus 2 DR to defend against.
Oh, yeah. Very good, very good. Okay. And do you have to? Does it require a roll to cast that?
Oh no, suppressor.
Oh, okay.
No.
Nice.
Very good.
As on
There you go.
And that's what you're doing then?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good.
Would you like me to roll, sir?
For the time, yeah, why not?
That'll be 60 minutes, sir.
Wow, 60 minutes.
Very
Okay,
nice.
so light flares up, illuminated the cave, briefly blinding you with a sudden glare, but just in time to see the raft being driven towards a rocky shore inside this cave. You have but a moment to react.
I think I was piloting the raft. I've got a funny feeling it was me doing
Okay,
it.
then you must make a piloting check with the raft.
I'm not
So that will be-
certain though. Does anybody actually remember?
I think it was.
I believe you're definitely 100% piloting the
I
raft.
think it was
You
me.
know,
I
you
used
know.
to pilot a raft when I could still see. But now,
So-
along with my one leg, I've got no vision.
It was me. I
over
remember
water.
clicking PC action
It
on.
was you, definitely you.
What are we doing? What is it? I have to
So
click.
I require in this instance I require a strength roll to like wrench the rudder of the raft to stop it crashing
A strength roll.
fatally
A
into
strength
the rocks.
roll. Right. Okay.
Job it's
Yes.
not me.
Which against a DR of 12.
Okay.
Heart of the dice, believe.
Hang on. I pressed it and nothing came up.
Is it because we don't have tokens?
It worked that time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the raft kind of he's managed to pull the raft around, and it comes to the raft equivalent of like a slide as it slides into the side of this rocky shore and sort of beaches on this edge, on this
Tokyo Drift
stony,
plays
on
in
this
the background.
rocky edge. Yeah, drift.
But it's not wrecked though. We've managed to pull it in all right, yeah.
No, it's not wrecked. So it's kind of beach, but it's not wrecked.
Sweet. And that's us in the cave now. That pulled us in, yeah.
That's in the caves, yeah. So the light that the Reverend has conjured illuminates almost all, or at least the area immediately around you, and you can see this this large cave that extends sort of kind of roughly circular immediately around you, but it also extends off. There's kind of a ledge that extends off to the left and out of sight round the corner, but the light reflects back at you, glistening off thick crystalline salt deposits that cover almost all of the walls. And where these crystals aren't encrusting the walls, you can see ancient petroglyphs carved into the rock. You can also hear this strange chittering noise from somewhere just out of the range of the light above your heads.
Is it a similar chittering noise to the spider crabs made?
No,
Oh.
it's more high pitched,
Okay.
almost rodent-like.
Has anybody got any kind of nature skills that they could maybe try and work that out? Is that a thing?
Well, my buccaneer, since he's like made for travel and such, does he know the sound? Can he do any checks?
I guess you could make a, what would that be? That'd be a presence check. I mean, if you've got anything that that you could argue could help you, either a feature or something from your history,
Let me see.
which is probably about the same.
No, not really. I'm just thinking of the buccaneer's class. That's all I'm thinking about.
Okay, I mean, this is gives a roll. I just do DR12, I guess.
Present.
Oh, I didn't mean to click that.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to
better than
actually
that.
do anything with that. Sorry.
17.
No, that wasn't my roll.
17. Okay, so it sounds like bats. In fact, you realise that there's like an odour of ammonia
Okay.
in the cave, which you realise must be, and is another sign that there must be bats in this cave
Okay.
Question.
from their guano.
See,
Wow.
see rituals, Phil. It says 4 and D4 plus spirit per day. Is that like the Devil's Luck, where you only generate more if you go down to 0, or do you roll that every day?
So
No,
so rituals every day, that's rechecked, and it's if you have a ritual, it's how many times you can use that ritual each day. But every time that number's randomised every day.
Aye, and that's done automatically. I don't need to do anything. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like I say, it's only for to use it for using rituals if you've actually got any rituals.
Yeah. I have one, but it's only a matter
Where's
of
the
The number
rounds it
itself,
lasts
the
for,
number
so-
itself doesn't mean you've got a ritual.
Aye, I've got an ancient relic, and it says use relic. Does that mean I can only use it once?
Yeah. So relics relics use the same thing as rituals. Yeah.
So I can use it 4 times. If I've got 4 rituals today, I can use the relic 4 times today.
I believe so. I'm just
Okay,
going to double check
okay.
on your character, but I believe that
Just
is-
checking, 'cause I have
yeah,
got
relics
a-
and rituals.
I've got a relic that's going to be handy.
Yep. I believe so. So- yeah. So you can. Yeah, it's like rituals. You can use it that many times.
Just having a wee bit read of my
With-
character sheet.
So it'll
With the reference.
it's. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say, with the Reverend's light, is he just glowing?
I know, Reverend. You tell us, Reverend.
You see, my child, that this is a supernatural grace. It's not as if it is a miracle. You can see bright light radiates from me henceforth. So it is not as if I am lit like a candle, my child. It is coming forth from me. The Lord is using me as a vessel to project His light, to save thy sorry soul.
Yeah, like a projector.
Yeah, if you like. Yeah.
Was a projector. I never heard of that device before.
Oh yeah, the light radiates radiates.
What's that witless
out from his
copy's
entire
gone on
body.
about now?
Oh, right.
Easy, Tiger. Easy.
Can we try and lift the Reverend up to move the light further up?
Towards the bats. If you want, I can lie down. Perhaps that would work.
Can he angle it? Is it a beam?
No, it's kind of like radiates from out around. Is in.
It's 360 degrees.
Like a
Yeah,
sphere.
360.
A sphere.
A sphere. A sphere of radiance, of holy radiance.
Would you like to lift me upon your shoulders, madam, perhaps?
We can do. Which 2 people have got the best strength? I've got a +1.
Not me.
You don't have to make a strength check. A couple of people would easily be able to lift the
Okay.
Reverend.
Okay.
One person on their own might have to make a strength check, but a couple of people can easily do that.
All right. I'll help. Marcus, you want to help me hoist them up?
What are we doing that for?
To get them higher up, so they can see higher up in the cave.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh, we should
Okay.
not we should not disturb the bats, though. If the light will disturb the bats in the cave, I hear. We should not disturb the bats.
Do you
Do
know what
you know
bats?
bats being blind is a myth?
We need to do something, don't we?
Well, they were out to the sunlight and you swarm us. Some can be a little bit hostile, maybe rabies even.
I don't think that's been
Aren't you
discovered
covered in
yet.
bugs?
Rabies?
Oh,
What's this
rabies?
rabies you talk of?
Probably not.
No, I
no.
don't know. Some
Scurvy?
scurvy.
Scurvy, aye.
Yes, scurvy.
Bat scurvy.
Bat scurvy.
Like bird
Exactly.
flu.
Exactly, Megan. Bat scurvy.
Bat
It's
scurvy.
like the bird flu, yeah. Exactly. That is exactly what you would get. I will hoist them up for a look, though. Just be careful not to disturb them, Reverend.
Just swing him around.
Nice and quiet. Quiet wee look.
Okay, so that's what you're doing. You're lifting the Reverend. You and Marcus are lifting the Reverend.
Yeah,
up
hoist
to,
him up.
Illuminate the. Okay. Okay, so you hoist him up, then kind of lift him up onto your shoulders, and the light fills, like illuminates the hidden, the roof of the cave that was previously hidden from view, revealing this carpet of vampire bats.
Vampire bats, you say?
Oh,
Vampire bats.
I say, would you
These
put me down now?
large, unnaturally
You can't
large
see.
bats. And as soon as the light hits them, the chittering increases, and they suddenly release themselves from where they're roosting and swarm around you en masse.
I don't think they were that
I
big.
dropped the Reverend. No, I'm joking.
I immediately
I'm joking.
dive into the
And
water.
you're diving into the water. Oh, excellent. Okay, so Helga's diving into the water. The rest of you
Might
can
not
make
be
an
safe.
agility check.
I'm casting my ritual. I'm using my relic.
Okay, okay? So you want to do that? So you will still have to make an agility check.
Okay, so I'm going to do that.
We all do
That will be. I will say that will be. Yeah, everybody do an agility check. I will say that at the same time as using your relic.
Oh, we rolled a 20.
Oh, yes.
Come
It's
on.
20.
There you, Dave.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh no.
And I got the
Oh, that agility needs a penalty,
Oh,
Phil. I can't
Franco,
remember
what is
they
that?
are.
I want to use
If you've been
Did mine
consuming
come up?
alcohol, no, it's the next day. It's next day though, isn't it? So the alcohol penalty's gone.
Yeah.
What's the test
so
relic?
Reverend failed. Sorry.
Phil, the Reverend got some permanent effect from the fight with this scoundrel on the bottom of my screen. And so I don't believe that agility is a true... I mean, I probably fail anyway.
You
but I
failed
think
anyway,
On, on the relic, when I've used it, there's a button that says test relic.
Oh, so yeah, you got to test it then.
Do I need to press that?
Yeah, you need to test that. Yeah.
Alright. I roll the 16. High's always good, right?
Yeah. Success.
Made the token
Yes,
blow.
yeah.
So that
Yeah, so a shield of shimmering water surrounds Jamie Mockingbird. Did you pass your agility check?
I did. I got 17.
Okay. Whereas Frank, the Reverend, and Nia failed their agility checks, and so they in the like sudden confusion, everybody's like kind of like charging about, moving out of the way as these bats just swarm around you, and in the confusion, Nia, Frank, and the Reverend are knocked off the raft into the surging waters.
Oh shit.
Along with
Helga's just having a swim though.
along with Helga, who just dives overboard anyway.
Just basking.
How was precisely I taken off the shoulders of they who are carrying me?
I would.
You kind of just like fallen off.
I mean,
Okay,
yeah. I
fall
was
off
going to
the
do my best
roof.
to pull you down gently, but then the shit hit the
And it-
fan.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Yeah, so just like
I'm like a good
cloud of
captain.
bats
You ignored
swarms
your
around
crew.
you, but they don't do it at the so they swarm around you as they like fly out of the cave.
Oh, they fly out.
So it wasn't an attack. It was
No.
just a
They just got a fright.
shock.
Yeah.
That's all right then.
Will the Reverend discover his water vision now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah.
What's going on underwater, Phil?
Oh, you
So what's going?
you see clear as day underwater, don't you? That's cool.
I do.
That's very cool.
Okay,
yeah.
so on the water, well, there's not much to see. There's kind of rocks. The water's not too deep, but there is a quite a powerful current, and there's tidal surges. So the three of you, or rather the four of you, is it four? Yeah, four of you. Yes, four of you need to make a strength check.
Oh no.
Ooh, okay.
I also need to roll a
This is not
D2,
good
Phil.
for my features.
Oh no.
Sorry.
I need to
Yeah,
roll one
yeah,
D2
yeah.
for how many rounds it lasts.
Okay.
That plus
Ooh.
2.
The Reverend got 12. Frank got a.
No,
8.
it's
17.
that plus spirit. Sorry, what's my
Oh,
spirit?
17.
The ladies are
it-
off.
1 plus what's my spirit? Spirit is plus 2.
Yeah.
So
Can I
3.
start helping them in the water or
You can. Yeah, you can help. Yes.
reach? I don't want
So-
to get in the water, but I can reach out and help.
I'll also do the same.
Yeah. So Frank and the Reverend, you managed to you burst to the surface and managed to sort of swim and pull yourself out of the water. Nia and Helga, meanwhile, are caught in the current and the surges and are like dragged underneath the water. You can both make another a toughness check. If you with a DR of 12, if you fail, you'll lose a point of damage.
Oh, nice roll, whoever that was.
Oh, nice.
Van Helga.
Very good.
Oh,
Keep up the 20.
no.
Oh, okay, Casey.
Yeah,
Okay,
also 'cause
so
I'm
Nia,
20.
you take a point of damage.
It was we had a rope on this. We've got a rope on the raft. I'm going to run to the raft and grab a rope and throw it in towards Helga and Nia.
Okay. Right. So you can both make another strength check, but you can lower the difficult class to the DR to 8.
That's what happens when you bring women on a boat,
Trumpets.
Strumpets.
And it's also bad luck to have a priest on a boat as well.
Yeah. No, I'm
No,
sub 4.
That's just,
No, I'm sub 4.
that's just this priest,
no.
Helga. It's not all
Yeah.
priests in general, just him.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
Can
So
I try
Nia,
and
Oh,
grab
Nia.
um,
Who have you upset
well,
in
yeah.
Foundry this
if you-
week?
Yeah.
Casey.
Sorry,
I
go on,
think I
Casey.
need to spend my last devil's luck to like re-roll that or something.
Oh, okay.
Did you upset somebody at Foundry this week, Casey?
I think so. It's like a 1 and 2 twos already have rolled tonight.
Let's hope for more than 5.
Aye, come on.
Oh.
Oh, jeez, oh.
Yeah.
No.
It was
No, it's
one
enough.
above
Yeah,
five.
yeah, just enough because they were
Just
lowered to a
enough,
D.
yeah.
They were lowered to an
Oh,
8
yeah.
because of the
yeah, that's
assistance.
true.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you managed to drag Nia and Helga from the waters. Okay. So you all find yourselves, like I said, the raft is kind of like half out of the water, up on, pushed up onto this rocky shore, and the rest of you, you're all kind of stood there by the raft, and there's this kind of ledge that leads sort of further to your left, to your right, depending on which way you're facing, further into the cave and round the corner out of sight. But this, upon having a moment to look, you can see this ledge. It looks to have been artificially cut, like cut to the width of it is really sort of uniform, and the surface is not just worn smooth; it's being cut straight.
Seems an awful lot of work for a cave. Something important must be in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's an
Reverend?
awful lot of work to do that, eh?
Are you still emitting light?
After you.
Would you like to go first?
Where am I going? My vision is somewhat obscured.
Of course.
Oh, I will guide you. I will push
Blind,
you on your
and I
back.
got one leg, mate.
He's got the light,
I will
mate. He
push
can't
you, I will
see.
guide you.
Okay, well, I've got a torch, so can I light that and have a peek?
So-
Creep down this little ledge and have a look.
I have an idea, Reverend. It's a bit weird
Yes,
sciencey.
Captain.
It's a bit weird sciencey, but it could maybe work. We get something glass and see-through, and we make you 2 cups to put over your eyes, and we fill them with water.
That's a bloody good idea.
It's
isn't
not a
it?
bad idea if we could
Why
make
would
it
you-
happen, eh?
You got
That's why you're captain.
That's why I'm
start
captain,
melting
aye.
sand to create the
Nothing
glass.
to do with the hat. That's quite brilliant, Phil. You've got to make that happen.
You've got to let us. Surely,
I
Phil.
think-
You love a weird science, Phil. Come on.
Well, if you might find the means to do it, I mean, I don't think there's much chance of that happening in this cave.
Maybe not in this cave,
Just
but
like-
saying that, don't
No.
don't at least 2 of us have a rum bottle on us, and we could just fucking break the bottom up a couple of rum bottles, and then just jag it in by the jag. No, maybe not jag
And just,
it in by the
just
jag.
jam
Just
the
jam it in.
jagged ends into his face.
You can see now. You might be dying from the wound, but you can see.
Everything's like fisheye.
I don't know how many bottles on me at the moment.
They look like bubbles out of Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, did you hear about him? Naughty man, that actor. Been at
Best
it.
not to discuss that.
No.
Yeah, so I've got a torch. I'm happy to light the torch and head down to this. Have a peek round this corner that this ledge goes to.
Okay. And what is the rest of you doing?
I'll go with him.
Okay.
Yeah, go with them to keep
With-
my
with-
musket ready.
I'll keep my weapon out. I've got
Okay. Oh.
my axe at the ready. Yeah.
What about Nia?
Agreed.
I think Neo's gonna go too.
Okay. Can still hear the football, Gary.
You can't. I've not got it on.
I can hear something.
Do you know, I thought I could
It's
hear
not me.
something. I thought it was part of this game.
It's,
It's
not
a
me.
Jungle sound effects.
I
There's
think it's the
nothing.
jungle effects, maybe, yeah.
Oh, well.
Okay,
Anyway,
I'll tell you what,
it's gone.
okay,
It's
I've got
gone
an
now.
idea.
Yeah, I
I've
can't
got an
hear
idea.
you.
Got an idea.
I think it was like a yelling creature in your jungle sound effects.
Well,
Anyway.
you might be getting feedback from Foundry. Let me just turn the sound off.
Unless it's people. Anyway, regardless. So Nia's going. So who's not going round the corner with
I'm just.
Marcus? Reverend's
Is
hanging
that
back.
better? Is that gone?
Yeah, I mean it were only briefly anyway, but yeah, kind of thing. So Reverend's hanging back. What's how about Helga?
Why? Well, excuse me. So I didn't say that. I'm
no?
just following
Okay.
the last blur of colour that I can see.
He has to
There's
come,
no
he's got
blurs
the
of
light.
colour.
He's got the
Yeah.
light.
No,
I've got
Marcus
the
has got a torch. He's lit a torch.
Oh, did you light a torch? Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll go up front with
so what about
Marcus, then me
Helga
and Marcus will lead the way.
Frank?
Can I try and tie the raft with the rope to something so it doesn't?
Yeah,
Would
Would you like me to
yeah,
look after the rope, Helga?
How are you gonna see where to tie it?
Well, I can hold it. Just hold it. Hold the raft in
You
place.
just want to stay here as a human anchor.
No, I just can't say. Well, I mean, I'll follow you, but
If you hold on to Frank, Frank can lead you through.
Just hold
Oh, I'm
Frank's
going
hand.
with Marcus at the front. I'm going around the corner.
We should make
Okay.
the Reverend and Frank hold hands so that they can make up.
No.
Because you've been bad. You two have been naughty. You need to
Tie
make
the hands
friends.
together.
Tie their hands
And
together,
group
Dave.
term.
Tie their hands together, mate.
Some couple
Yes.
therapy, right, everyone?
Couples
You get all our
therapy.
differences.
Pirate therapy.
Pirate therapy.
It's just a lover's test. It's fine.
you believe what
Okay.
you want, Captain.
I'll probably just tie the rope to a rock and try and attach it to the raft, and then I'll go with as well.
Okay.
and
So
catch
is
up.
everybody waiting till Helga's done that, or are you all just leaving
Yeah, well,
Helga to chat?
if Helga's coming, then-
Aye, if everybody's
I'm
coming,
gone.
we'll wait, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. So you secure the raft and then head round this corner. It doesn't go too far. Pretty much just round the corner, which would have been initially out of sight. It comes into the kind of cave rounds off into like a sort of bowl-shaped area. And there are more of these petroglyphs covering the wall. A lot of them have like. I can still hear something.
Well,
I think that's part of the foundry thing because it's,
Yeah, I think
No,
it's
no,
crazy,
it's
yeah.
like a monster growling or something.
No, I can hear so like somebody having a conversation.
Yeah, I heard speaking.
I didn't hear speaking.
I haven't
He's
seen
gone again.
Gary's microphone popping up though, so it's not Gary.
no.
But anyway, so there's, like I said, there's this kind of bowl-shaped end to the cave, and there's more of these petroglyphs on the walls. A lot of them are kind of faded away, or the walls have cracked and it's broken and fallen away.
I was going to ask, do they look ancient, the
Um,
petroglyphs?
Yes, they do. They do. But piled on the floor beneath these petroglyphs is a jumble of bones and what looks and smells like excrement.
Ooh, that smells
Is it
how.
fresh?
But amongst all these like discarded bones and excrement, all the shit, literally shit, from which the bones kind of protrude. In amongst it all, you can see the glint of treasure.
Ooh.
Treasure.
Treasure's good, but
I'm going over.
there's a thing in my head that thinks something's big enough to eat a thing whole and shit out the bones.
Well, as a precaution, I'm gonna draw my flintlock
man.
pistol and have that
Are they-
loaded and ready.
Are the human bones, Phil?
You can't tell from here.
Could be
Oh, we need to
backbone.
go closer. Okay.
Right,
Right.
aye, okay.
Who wants to go closer to investigate the skeleton?
Who's got a sword that can poke it from a bit of distance?
I've got a sword stick.
I mean, I
I,
have
I have
my
a
musket.
rapier, Captain.
You have a rapier. If you want to give that a poke from as much distance as you can, Reverend, or even just
I
hand me
don't
the
know where
rapier.
I'm poking.
Hand me the rapier, then I'll do it.
I'll do that.
So I'll keep my distance. Phil.
Okay, so
You can
who-
give it a wee poke?
Who is closest to this pile
I don't
of,
like-
of
I don't like
bones
this.
and excrement, and who is furthest away?
I don't
I have the
like
top
I'm
That's
certainly
that
furthest
first.
away.
So
Okay, so the Reverend is furthest away, and Mockingbird, Captain Mockingbird, is the closest. Okay, so Reverend, can you give me a presence roll?
I don't like this. I don't like this one. Bit. This is not good.
Oh no.
No, sorry, I can't do that. Sorry.
Oh,
Ooh,
Yeah,
17.
you can.
nice.
Yeah, I
okay.
can.
Okay, so Mockingbird, you go close and poke through these bones, and there are
It's coming up as Aurelius
They're
Kane,
bones
by
that
the way.
look-
Don't know if you're rolling off the wrong sheet, but it says Aurelius
Oh, I
Kane.
did run up wrong.
Oh,
He's back from the dead.
I'll take the number that you rolled. You rolled a 17, so I'll take that regardless. So
God
you can,
bless
you
you,
can
child.
You can adjust that as you see, as it would be from your proper character. But anyway, so you.
Well, but I really said -1 presence. The Reverend has got +2. Just saying.
Oh, there you go.
So that would have been a 19 then.
Easily passed.
Nailed it.
Yeah. So Captain Mockingbird, you kind of prod him through, like lever him through, pushing
Very
through this
carefully,
pile.
from as much distance as possible.
Yeah. And there are large bones in there. Kind of maybe a foot, 2 foot long, and then a skull rolls out. At first you think it's human, but then you realise it looks like maybe a seal's skull.
Oh, okay. Still, a seal's a
And
big
yeah, it
animal.
looks like the
If something's eating that.
But yeah, it looks
hole
like
with the bones. It's a big.
it
thing.
looks like most of the bones look to be like they belong to something like seals or something similar. A lot of the bones, from what you can see, the bones are gnawed and kind of broken to get access to the marrow and the jelly inside.
Whatever this was eaten by something very big.
How close is this treasure?
It's in the ship.
And something that can get into the cave.
And Reverend, you are aware. You get that sort of feeling, the hackles on the back of your neck rise up, and you are aware there's somebody behind you.
Who's there? Make yourself known to a man of God.
Are you just standing there saying that, or are you turning around and saying that?
Turning around, I mean, for what it's good to see if we see any blur of faint colour.
Okay. So yeah, you turn around, it's blurred. There's like darkness. You can see there's the light coming through the cave entrance. So there's that, and it's probably that silhouettes this blurry shape that towers above you.
Is he not emitting light also?
What?
At him? Is he not like shining?
He is,
His light on?
Yeah.
What she said.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't change what his vision. But you can see this sort of blurry outline of this this figure that stands about 7 or 8 feet tall. And it suddenly, as you turn, it suddenly there's a blur of movement. And it darts, disappears around the corner out into the shadows.
Round the corner to where the party have gone. The rest of the party.
No.
other
The
way.
way you've come.
Towards the boat.
The way
That's right.
back to where we came.
Yes.
Captain, we have a visitor.
Who's there? Point my sword. Who's there, Reverend? Who is it?
I don't. Child, don't run away. No, we mean you no harm.
Child is 6'4".
The child was 8 foot tall, I think.
Yeah,
Well,
7 or 8 feet tall.
Should have come in
Big baby.
all shapes and sizes. We're all children of God.
I will come back to the Reverend, stand next to him, and just look. Who is it, Reverend? Where did they go? What who? Where?
Round the corner, Captain Mockingbird, sir. Round whence we came.
Right. I'll gesture at Frank, Marcus, everybody. Come. Somebody's watching us. We're not safe here. Stick together,
right,
everybody.
you do.
Close together. Guns ready.
Time for some killing.
Treasure!
Might be a big parrot therator.
Treasure!
Barrett coming back for revenge.
Oh no,
Yeah.
don't say that. No, don't say that.
My theory is it's a giant parrot that gave the smaller parrot the map to draw you in.
To draw us in, yeah, to trap us.
Oh no, he wants revenge.
You imagine?
I'm fed up of seals.
Okay, I will cautiously lead the party right back round the corner to see who's there.
Except me, because I want to go for this treasure.
Okay.
The one
Okay.
true pirate amongst
I am
us.
not wasting my time coming to this cave and leaving it behind.
True.
Okay.
no,
So
true.
how about Helga and Nia? What are they doing?
I'm with the captain.
Okay.
I'm with the gold.
Now,
Okay.
Phil, as
Right.
I'm creeping round,
Yes.
I want to attempt to be trying to hide in any shadowy recesses behind rocks. I want to try to stay as stealthy at the same time. Just because I've got two stacking bonuses on stealth. If I attack somebody for stealth, I've got 2 different bonuses for it that stack by the looks of things.
Okay. Okay.
Sneaky
Very
bastard
well.
and something else.
Okay. You
Quiet,
can give
everyone,
us
something's
agility. You can give us an agility check. I'm going to say the difficulty is at least a 12 though, because of all the because of the light from the Reverend. Because the light from the Reverend just like floods this this part into the cave.
Oh,
Okay. Right.
Not gonna spend more on that.
Okay, so you so the four of you like creep back round the corner towards to the front of the cave essentially, where the raft is still like kind of up, kind of wedged up on the rocky shore, and there's nothing here.
There's nothing here.
No,
What?
nothing.
I think your bad eyes are playing tricks on you, Reverend.
Well, no, it's more than that, Captain. I felt the hairs on my neck rise in a way as if my guardian angel were warning me of something sinister at hand. I turned around and I saw an unmistakably large blur of colour and shade, and I promise you this is no optical illusion, if there's such thing has been invented yet.
Can we-
No trick of the eye, no trick of the mind, Captain. There was something there.
Is it possible for us to advance to the mouth of the cave and look out?
You can't get out to the mouth of the cave without going into the water. You could maybe climb around the walls, but that would be hard.
Captain,
They
might I
are
suggest
slick with water
you dunk me
and
just to
seaweed.
check the waters below the surface, see if there's anything there?
Yeah. Well, you're the one that can see underwater. Why don't you stick your head in?
I'll do that, Phil, so we can see.
Okay. So you kind of like what you're doing, kind of crouching at the edge and like just ducking your head into the water.
I'm dicking and ducking in that
We'll
water. Yeah,
we'll
from
do
the
the
waist
we'll do the
down.
we'll do the dicking later after the quest's complete, Phil. It's a job to do just now.
Okay. So meanwhile, Marcus and and Helga, you draw closer to this pile of refuse and excrement, and you can clearly see embedded in all this there are silver coins, but also gold, Spanish gold coins, as well as pieces of jewellery as well.
No pride here. I will
Yep.
get my hands dirty.
I mean, you're right next to
Literally.
some, you're right next to some
Alright,
water
no.
to clean them.
Sure.
So yeah, we'll.
Okay.
Wipe
So
my
you're going.
clothes.
Get it all.
So you're
guys,
going.
get it all.
You're going elbow deep into this pile of shit,
Shit diving.
and bones, and okay, very good.
Like that scene
very
in
good.
Train Spotting.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, aye.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So, Reverend, you stick your head into the water, and the waters are swirling around you. But your vision suddenly clears, and you can see, especially with the glow that is emanating from your body, and you can, like I say, you can see the rocks, you can see the smoothness of the rocky coast. As the rocky floor as it comes up to the ledge that you stood on. And at first you see nothing other than the swirling waters, and then for a brief moment off to your left you see this blur of movement, and then it's gone.
And I'll call out to it.
I'm pulling up. What did you say?
There's something there. There's something there. Something subterranean,
In the water.
Subterranean.
aquatic.
Aquatic.
There's something in there.
Ooh, maybe a mermaid or merman. Who knows?
It was big. It
Right.
was certainly big.
Somebody get their pistol loaded, point it at the water, get the Reverend to like grab your arm and aim the gun for you while he's under the water looking.
I have a miss, but Captain, why must we assume it's hostile? It seemed to flee from us, but there's something there. There's definitely something there. And as it darted back sort of deeper into the cave, Phil, Okay. Why? How deep is the water? Can it be?
I would say
paddle
it
it?
looking when you were looking under the water, it's maybe about at its deepest, it's maybe about 15 feet deep.
Oh, okay. And is it same where the treasure hunters are? How does
No, so there's no the water doesn't extend around there.
Ah, okay.
So it's a dry bit of the cave. Right, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I can keep coming up for air and observing, where it might be. Not a bigger cave, is it?
No, it's not massive. It's not a massive cave.
You can fashion me a snorkel. I don't know. I'll do that.
I have a smoking pipe.
I
That
am a
looks-
pipe also, yeah. It would kind of work as a snorkel, wouldn't it?
But because my hands are covered in shit, if you come over and ask for it, I will give it to you and it will be covered in. Put it in your mouth.
But I also have one and I'm not covered in shit, so you could use that to make a snorkel if you want.
What do you think, Phil?
Oh, well, it's up to you if you want to try it.
I feel
Surely
like
it
breathing
works.
through a straw, probably.
If
I mean-
you could suspend me with sort of a length of rope, so like under my arm, so that I don't, disappear so I can give you a
I mean,
tug or
if you
pull
do
myself-
something like that, it's gonna allow you to just stick your head beneath the water, maybe sideways and
yeah.
but nothing,
Okay, well, maybe I can keep guard that way with the smoking pipe, and just observe the thing's movements. If it reappears, try to get a visual identification of what the creature is.
Question.
Okay.
Another question, Phil. So if the Reverend
Yes.
was underwater and looked up the way, would his vision beyond the water be clear because he's got a water lens?
I mean, it'd be like looking through water anyway, so it'd be.
Yeah, so it's going to be distorted anyway because of the distortion between the water.
Yeah, it's going to move a little, but it would be clear.
Essentially, his vision would be better than it would be out of the water, but it would be distorted. It would still be distorted to a certain degree. Yeah.
But it would be it'd be halfway between the.
But again, because
outside
it's
bad and the
because
inside
his eyes are literally full of water. So yeah. But yeah, so it would be looking from underneath some water, looking out. His vision would be clearer than out of the water. Yeah.
So that's an option to
Logic
look up.
would
Look
seem
up.
what kind of logic that is. I'm not sure, but that would seem to vaguely make sense.
Yeah, the light's been.
Fantasy. It doesn't need to
Practice.
make sense.
No.
It doesn't need to make sense. None of us are scientists.
So yeah.
So what-
So meanwhile, Marcus and Helga, you get like elbow deep, like digging through this stench, this foul pile of excrement and bones, and you uncover like partially eaten body parts and organs, but you manage to recover 200 silver
Wow.
worth of coins and jewelry.
Nice.
Nice job.
I was just thinking, do I recover less? Because technically I've got a hook hand.
Oh wow.
Or can I
I mean, if you want to make it
Jewelry.
difficult for yourself, sure, why not?
I don't
My hook
think the
necklaces.
hook hands are supposed to give us a mechanical disadvantage. I think it's just flavour.
Yeah.
I think. Could be wrong.
Unless I say so.
do,
Unless Phil says so.
do
aye.
damage with it. So.
So give us a roll if you both roll a d10, and that's how many. So there's up to 200 silver in there, but if you both roll a d10, that's how much silver value in silver you retrieve. If you times it by d10 times by 10.
Oh, come
Okay, so
on.
90. Oh,
Was it 10?
90 and 10.
yeah. So Marcus, you recover
Oh,
a
no,
full 100.
that's 100,
and
yeah.
Helga gets 90. Yeah.
190. Good
Very
job.
good, very
Very
nice.
good job.
Yeah.
And I'm going to turn to Helga and say, we could pretend we found nothing.
Or found less.
Or
Let's
found
just
less.
halve it.
It's a plan, Helga. It's a plan.
Start wiping some coins off and shoving them in my pocket. I think I'll hide 80. And I'll be like, oh, I found 10.
But I thought you only had 70.
I got 90.
I have 24,
Oh,
so
sorry.
I'll hide 100.
I mean, I got 70.
Because they don't know how much I had. Absolutely covered in SH1T for...
Just me. I came into the session being like, oh, I'm going to be cooperative. We're going to be nice to each other tonight. And then
Pirates!
we're just robbing each other out there. We are pirates, mate. Yeah, you're
We
right.
are
to do it,
pirates,
like, We
yeah.
are pirates.
One thing I've learned is cooperation and, lovey-dovey doesn't always help.
Not
So-
always, no.
Not
Nah.
this one.
You've got to play to character. We are pirates. You're right. Like, you are right in stealing.
I'm not a pirate, just want to make that point.
No, you're just a curse. You're just a curse
Like-
that sinks boats.
An aggressive reverend.
Just yells at old ladies,
Yeah.
shoots pirates.
Oh, Nia,
Yeah,
you
verbally abuses
could you,
old ladies.
you make me a. Could you make
That's
me
just no old
a?
lady.
Yeah,
That was it.
could you make me a spirit roll, Nia, please?
She was a bit of a battle axe, to be fair, Gary.
A battle axe is a very generous way of putting it. She was a paunchy, idle-headed harpy.
Okay.
And that's putting it politely.
So Nia, you're able to make some sense of some of these petroglyphs that are carved into the wall while you're kind of stood there looking on while the men mess around trying to like looking under the water and things, and you think there might be a ritual encoded in these petroglyphs.
So what would Nia need to do to try to figure it out?
That would require a presence check to try and to study them. You'd need the time and a presence check.
Yeah,
Well,
the
she
time.
will. She will start trying to figure it out.
Okay. What's
Just
everybody else
walking
do?
back and forth and looking at them.
Yeah.
I'm just
Exactly,
saying to the
yeah.
Reverend, do you see anything? Any sign
No,
anything?
No,
One-
Captain.
Blow one bubble for yes, two for no.
Boom, boom.
I'm assuming my musket where he saw the thing went to last time.
Okay, so Reverend, you keep your head underwater as much as you can. I mean, your breath is limited through this narrow pipe. You know, it's a smoking pipe, not a breathing pipe. So, but you don't see anything, nothing. So is Helga and Marcus? Are you coming back round? Once
Yeah,
you've,
well, I think should we go? We'll go back and get this excrement washed off
Yeah.
and have a little
Nepo coins.
self wash.
Is the first thing you're going to do wash the shit? Well, literally wash the shit off you. Is that the first thing you're going to do?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm
Yeah.
going to try and hug Frank first.
I'm like I'm busy
Shit
aiming. So I
arms.
don't,
Just wash your hands
What-
before you put
what's-
anything in your prison purse, please.
Why do you think like shit? What?
Because I'm covered.
Oh, fucking woman!
She just walks up to Frank and goes,
In fact, yeah, if you're holding a musket, I'm just going to do a little.
Oh, you're doing it. What? Fuck! It smells like shit, woman. Oh my days! What the fuck did you put on my nose?
I'm tempted to do it to the smoking pipe as well.
Oh my days. That is diabolical.
I'm gonna lean down to the water and just cleanse my beard. Ah, my fucking woman. Oh, fuck.
That's the first wash you've had in months.
Well, if you don't count the bath, then sure, yeah. Let's see.
No sign of these snails in here though, in this cave.
Not in this one.
No.
Now where to go to the blue hole, if I remember correctly.
As
About 10.
if I finished washing, I'm just going to explain that we didn't really find anything. There was a few bits of silver. There was nothing really
Lots of bodies.
of value.
Yeah.
Just
How
How
lots
big
of
is your
silver
pockets in your
bodies.
jacket?
What's the jingling sound when you walk then?
The silver
Carry-
I already had on me. And I
carry
found
the
a few
presents.
extra silver. I mean, you can have them if you want. There's 20-something silver. That's a lot.
The extra one kind of pads it out so they don't jingle.
Can I do presents just to see if they're lying?
What's the role for bullshit in this game? Presents.
Is it? So yeah, presence. It would be a presence check to try and perceive something like that. It would be an opposed presence check to
Okay.
whoever got the better result.
Oh, I got 10.
Let me just see if I've got anything to buff it.
13.
No me anyway. No. Oh, Dave. So much better than me.
Calgo got an 18, so
Oh,
it needs to be
Helga's
an
got the
18 to see
18
if
now.
Hell goes. Marcus got a 6. Anybody? So Frank, Marcus is not being honest.
Oh, Marcus.
What, Frank? What?
I'd be disappointed
Show
in him
me
as a
your
pirate
pockets.
if he wasn't lying.
Stuck in a cave. And you're worried about me telling lies?
We when you're part of the crew, you need to share equally in there.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Just leave him, Frank. Just
I don't even know what you're talking about,
just-
Frank.
Ah,
You
just
don't know what you're talking
just
about.
steal
Frank.
it later when he's sleeping. It's more fun stealing it.
Oh, that's true. That's actually a good
Like,
plan,
like,
Captain.
like you stole it off me, Frank.
There it was, rightfully mine. I won the betting money. It was rightfully
You
mine.
can't lie. You're a man of God. You're not allowed to lie.
Exactly.
Just stop fucking lying then. You fucking charlatan.
He lied. He what? He stole it off me. It was mine by right. I won the bet.
Well, you bet on me, which makes it mine.
Hey, no.
I bet on you. I might bet on two cocks,
Listen.
Mikey. I'm not gonna
Our
give
whole
the winners
crew's
the
down to
cock, am
5.
I?
We don't need any more dying. Stop the fighting, boys. Stop the fighting. It's only a few silver.
All right.
We're going to
all
find
right,
all that
Captain,
Spanish
I
gold,
shall-
and a few stolen silver's going to mean nothing.
All right, I shall restrain my lust for stealing. All right, Captain.
Oh,
We're going to get all that Spanish
So,
gold, and none of you will be worried about a couple of silver.
So Nia, you can give us a presence check if you would.
I believe them anyway, because I rolled a fucking 4. There you go. Finally, Casey rolled something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Nia, you decipher a ritual from these petroglyphs, and as you discern it and as you commit it to memory, the petroglyphs fade from the wall. All of them just go.
Oh, well,
And you can you roll me a d20 as well, please?
oh, well done, Nia. Well done.
Well done.
you
We're
get
all
to-
going to blow up and die now. Well done, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it's a 3.
It's always really close to the big numbers, Dave.
yeah, it's always really close.
That's how a dice is numbered,
Okay.
though.
It might still be
So-
something, though. It might still be something.
So this is what let me send you. I'll send it as a whisper. This is what you learn.
Anyone ever seen a
Secrets.
Magic the Gathering D20?
Oh.
It's numbered different. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it goes round down in a spiral like in order. Because they just
Oh,
use them for
okay.
counting rounds.
When you see the little spinny dials.
Yeah, they do DD20s, but it's numbered differently. It just goes round in a spiral 1 to 20. Pretty cool. I've got one.
Very
Never
cool.
played Magic, but I got one of the dice because I like dice.
I only have the Actum with the dice and the Fallout dice. That's the only things I have of dice.
My favourite D20 is
make
currently
that
the hit
save.
locations one.
Yeah.
It is a sound effect from Foundry because I just heard it again. It's the wind howling.
Oh no, there's like a, well anyway, I haven't heard
It's
it
the
for a
wind
while.
howling that sounds like a voice.
I'm currently stood in
There
the
might be a
corner,
ghost in
talking
your
to
house,
fingers in my
Bill.
hand.
You keep messing with the devil, mate. What do you expect?
Well, aye, this is true, Gary. This is true. He does mess around with some dark occult shit, like for fun.
Yeah.
You've probably accidentally Ouija board something, like brought something over for another dimension.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Don't play with fire and expect not to get burned.
Where is it? Okay. So that should appear. No, that's appear in the wrong place.
I've encountered ghosts all my life, and only once was it ever violent.
Only once.
It's a whole story. I'll tell you another
Figure that
time. It's really interesting.
Yeah, you must do. That's something we should have done at Christmas. Missed an opportunity there.
Ghost
Our very
stories.
own Christmas ghost story, yeah.
Stories.
I will tell you a
Okay,
ghost
so
story. if you like.
what are you doing?
I'm
That's to
just
scream that.
talking to my pebbles at the moment because I was so insulted that people thought I was stealing from them.
I didn't. I was too. I was too dumb to think you were stealing from us, mate.
Absolute peasants. Absolute peasants I'm travelling with.
As it jingles away.
Jingle, jingle,
You can
jingle,
all-
jingle,
you can
jingle.
all see- You can all see Marcus with he's kind of like got a handful of polished pebbles in his hand, and he's kind of moving them about gently, lovingly in the palm of his hand, and talking to them.
Oh, like Chinese stress balls, like doing the whole thing.
No.
I've
No,
done
like,
some-
just like polished little stones in his hands, but he's kind of like gently moving around, almost like he's stroking them, or gently, almost like he would with maybe a pet or something, and he's talking to them.
Peasants.
Talking to them.
Leave it.
Yes.
Talking to his coins.
No, not his coins. He's got in his palm of his hand. He's got several small polished pebbles.
We got pet rocks.
Marble. Play marbles, mate.
Pebbles. Pebbles. Pebbles.
Little pet rock family. Googly eyes on.
Google eyes, one is a frown, so one is smiling, one is sad.
One's got a wee like Scottish fucking see you Jimmy hat on. It's like a haggis and that.
With a drawn kilt on the bottom of the rock pebble.
That's what I'm doing because I'm so insulted. Disgusting.
I have a look at you when you're looking so insulted because I never thought you were stealing at all because I failed the test. I rolled even lower than you. I rolled a 4 when you rolled a 6. So I look at you. I'm like, what's wrong with you, Marcus? Who's shot in your cereal?
Oh, listen. Don't listen to me. I'll just turn me back on you. Interrupting my conversation. Mind your business. Mind your business.
What the hell? What? I think it's going insane. Saltwater insane.
Talking of insane, did anyone else see all of the pictures on the wall disappear?
Well,
did anyone else see
I did
that?
not pay attention.
Nia, did you do something to the drawings? What, you were looking at them and they just went.
Yes, they're in my head now.
Is that how reading works?
Oh great, we're two insane people now.
Is that how
You're
reading
absorbing
works?
drawings. He's
When it goes in your head, it
He's
disappears from the
underwater
thing.
with crap.
Look, it's like Skyrim, you see? It's like those Dragon Balls on Skyrim, you see? It comes into your mind.
What's Skyrim?
I'm a
Oh,
pirate. I can't read shit. I only know how to like look at an X on a map. So I'm like, is that what happens when you read? When it goes into your head, it disappears from the page. Wow, you learn something new every day. Yeah? So, Captain Mockingbird now thinks that when you read something, the words disappear. That's what he thinks reading is now. When they go in your brain, they disappear from the page.
You look at the Reverend's Bible. You haven't read that.
You've not even read that once,
Still there.
Reverend! Oh, the words are still there!
Is he an imposter?
You're an imposter, a charlatan, I fucking knew it.
When the Bible gets like soaked with water, it's like he's absorbed it.
Yeah. What are we doing then?
What's the plan now, Captain?
That was the extent of the cave, wasn't it?
Yep, that's it.
What is the plan now? Are we going to try the blue hole for these things to get these snails?
Shall we?
I'm sorry. I mean, I think it's something of an advantage to be one faculty down, because it seems to me, without a decent purview on the scenes that are being described, it seems you're talking a lot of very, very great nonsense. I mean, how can pictures how can we just move on from? I can't see the pictures, but if the pictures have disappeared, these ancient glyphs, as you describe them, disappeared from the cave walls. And now we're just saying, well, what we're going to do next? Why isn't someone interested in what's happened to the glyphs on the wall?
That's what I'm asking the captain for. What's next? What's going on?
Because we're
It's just what
pirates,
happens when you read, Reverend.
none of us can read, so we now think that's what happens when you read. The words move
Speak for
from the page
yourself.
to into
None
your
of us
head.
can read. Who said I couldn't read? I've never said I couldn't read.
Well, what did the wall say then, gentlemen?
Yeah, but you wear
The
women's
wench should
underwear,
tell us
you're
what happened
different.
to the glyphs.
You wear ladies' bloomers.
I think I might be dreaming or something. This is ludicrous. Nia, Miss Gash, Miss Nash. I do apologize.
Gash.
What's happened to the pictures? What's happened to the pictures on the cave wall? For heaven's sakes!
It was a ritual, churchman. It's in my head now.
Oh, what?
What's he doing in your head? What are you going to do with it? What ritual? What effect does this ritual have? Whom is the author of the ritual? It's certainly not one of the good angels, is it now?
Is it the ritual to summon gold? Treasure?
No.
Grug?
Captain, she's your crewman Mikotor!
I was accused of stealing silver.
I am
and this
waiting
lady has-
patiently. I'm waiting patiently to see what she says. I'm also watching her eyes to see if she looks to the upper left or upper right. Because upper left is remember and upper right is telling lies.
Eh?
You try to apply
Was it
real world
around?
neuro-linguistic
Your imagination
programming.
and your memory on two different sides of your brain. When you remember something, you look up to the left,
How
and when
in
you
the name
when
of
you're
sweet
lying, you look
Jesus
up to the
would
right.
you
Captain
know
does
that?
that, but can't read.
I can't read, but I know that.
Not been invented yet.
You're all mad! Frank's the only sane person here! I am so sorry, Frank! I misjudged you!
Oh,
myself and
thank
Helga
you,
were
Reverend,
accused
thank
of
you.
thieving, and this lady has read a ritual but will
Look.
not share the contents of that
Look.
ritual.
Look.
How does that make sense?
Look,
Do you really
if
wanna
you
know
don't want
about-
to be a liar, then prove to us, then empty all your pockets and you can call
Don't
yourself
worry about
honest
that.
man.
We're past that now, Frank.
All right, then after.
I
talking
don't worry
about
about that,
magic
Frank. I
now.
told you not to worry about that, Frank. There'll be plenty
Sorry
Spanish
about
gold.
that, sorry.
Frank, I have an idea.
Oh,
If
what's
the
the idea?
man is true, if Mark's is being truthful, challenge him to a duel to prove his innocence.
Oh,
Trial by conflict.
Frank.
Listen.
You see what's happening here? The Reverend is trying to get you in violence
Listen,
again. but
Reverend,
not be involved himself.
Frank.
oh.
Marcus
rise to him,
has
Frank.
some sort of delusions of grandeur. If he needs a little bit extra coin in his pocket to be able to keep up that facade, let's just let him. He's not doing anyone any harm. It's a
failed
couple of
to see
silver. It's a couple of silver. When we
this
get all
has
that
become
Spanish
about
gold,
me.
it's not going to matter.
And we were talking about a ritual that has
But you were
disappeared from a
awful.
wall, and it's now about me. Ow!
It's not about you. I don't care about a couple of silver.
That is a very fair point, Captain.
Pebbles are out
Marcus
again.
makes a very good point. We can
Pebbles
come
are
back
out
to
again.
the-
Oh, mad. Mental. You're
well,
mad. Crazy.
Nia, I really hope your ritual takes out their tongues.
Somebody kick the pebbles out of his
Captain,
hand
you
into
have
the
to-
water, see what happens.
What?
Pick his pebbles.
Yeah, is that what you're doing?
No, I'm just thinking it'd be
Oh.
quite funny if somebody just goes and scatters them out his hand and we'll see how he reacts.
You could do it.
What's that
Good.
what's that you're talking to, Marcus? Eh? What are you talking
Worry
to?
about
Who are you
who I'm
talking to?
talking to. Oh, what are we doing? Are we going? Are we staying? What What are we doing?
We surely have to get the witch to say what witchcraft she's been involved in. We cannot travel with someone possessed
Churchman.
of demons.
Churchman, it's dark magic. You don't want to know.
I want to know.
One man's
Surely
god
the
is
captain wants to know.
Reverend. One man's god is another man's voodoo. So, just
Oh dear, Jesus save me! I've got a captain lecturing me on religion now.
Well,
Reverend,
my
you
god
are-
is Grog, that's all I'm saying.
You're talking like a man who's not currently glowing with magical light.
It's divine, Helga, madam. It is
It's
divine.
still
isn't it?
witchcraft.
Well,
Just
how do you?
different time.
Well, how do you know it is divine?
it's
that
still
you have
witchcraft.
possessed
No,
it?
even Jesus had tricks like that. No, even Jesus could cast light
You clearly
spells.
haven't read your Bible. Look here. in the
Neither
Bible.
of you. All the
haven't
words are
read
still in it. You're a fucking charlatan.
Transfiguration of our Lord.
You just did it
Oh,
for the
wait,
sex.
wait. Why is the divine men allowed to do magic, but not other people like witches? Isn't that controversy? Isn't that controversy? Isn't that?
Are you debating me into theology now, Frank? For God's sake, I must be already dead.
The answer, to
Anyhow,
the answer to that one, Frank, is because she's a woman. Women cannot be trusted. That's why.
Oh, all right, all right.
do you know this whole fallen world was down to the sins of one woman?
Look, I'm just enjoying grog and just forget about the days going past me. I'm just drinking grog and enjoying the time. And I always love women that brings me grog. They're the most trustworthy.
I'm beginning to think you're the insane person in this entire Caribbean, sir.
Yeah,
Oh,
but he couldn't
thank
even
you.
beat a parrot in a fight, so being sane's no much fucking good to us.
He did beat a parrot in the fight, and I won
No,
the
he
bet
never. He
about
pulled
it,
out a
but
gun
then
and
he stole my money.
cheated. It was a
my
one-on-one
fault,
unarmed
mate.
scrap, and he pulled out a gun because he was beat. I'll never let him live that down.
Well, I don't remember seeing there were no Marquis of Queensberry rules I saw involved in the fight.
I feel like whatever creatures in the cave is just kind of
I'm
like
gonna
Just
I'm
standing
gonna
watching.
start
There's a creature just like, these guys are just going to kill each other, man. They're
unmooring
fucking
this
going
raft,
to do it
and I'm
itself.
gonna get it ready for launching. Because
The god rolled the dice.
yeah. Don't roll that.
He's rolling
Right.
chaos. He's rolling
Right.
chaos background dice. Right, aye, let's
Right,
get out.
come
here.
and help me with this raft.
Yes, well, let's
leaving.
let's get out of here before the fucking games master just.
All right,
Get
all
sick
right,
of us.
all right.
now one last check at the map before we leave, because I did take out Frank when he was fighting.
We can.
No,
Just
I'm
wanted to see if there's
sorry. I'm
anything
sorry,
we
but
missed.
so
Uh,
to be clear, I'm going to let Miss Gas take this dark magic in her head from this cave, and we're going to put it on the raft we're on, and we're going to sail away. Is that the
And what
plan?
would you propose? What else would you propose?
Yeah, to tell us the truth, or drown her. By drowning her, then drown her.
Reverend,
I mean,
you're a
he's
man
not
of
a-
God. Not even I hate women. I'm a captain of a pirate ship. I hate women, and not even I want to drown
It's
her.
how we drive the demons from the poor creature's soul.
True.
We're doing her a favour, Captain.
But don't we want the dark powers on our side though, for advantage?
Listen. I don't mind
Why
PvP
we
against
got-
me because I'm a bastard, but leave Casey alone. Casey's lovely. We're not killing Casey's character. I'll stick up for her.
We're split our pistol out. Woman, we're splitting you.
But
Oh
wait,
my
wait,
God.
Reverend, why don't you have a magic tool to prove which one is mightier, your god or her god? Or her magic?
I'll take that, bet.
Magic tool.
And I bet 8 silver. 8 silver
Because of the
pieces.
way the Reverend's acting, I'm going to read the map, then I'm going to flip it over to the blank side, and then show it to him and say, guess there's nothing else to look up.
Yes.
Can't see anything anyway.
True.
Yeah.
No, I can't
You
see
just see the
anyway, no.
beige shape. Put it underwater for him.
I think you're playing with me, wench. You know I can't see because of that codpiece. Oh, whatever.
I thought you couldn't see because you fucked up doing your own magic. I thought that's how you couldn't see.
I was trying to save his sorry soul. That's when it all went wrong. And it's
It's
probably
God's
that
magic.
bloody witch we've got in with us now. She's the one perverting all my divine magic. It's not magic.
Divine
It's
magic
not
made you
magic.
blind.
It's her. It's that woman. She's the one cursing this party.
Well, if you are right, and you prove it then. Where's the proof?
Sees the guy that sunk the last
Why-
5 boats
She's
he
already
was
told
on.
us.
I think you're
She's
secretly a
already told
woman.
us she's carried dark magic in her head.
I think you might secretly be a woman because you've sunk 5 ships. Lift your shirt up. Let me see your chest.
It's 4, and I didn't sink them directly. I just happened to. I had to be on the same ship that sunk. 4 times. Well, not the same ship, you understand, but 4 separate occasions.
Maybe it's best we're leaving here.
St.
It's
Paul.
not a great. It's not a great record, Reverend.
No.
Well,
Out of
that
the
could-
both of you,
might be the
you
fifth.
have sunk more ships, and if the women are bad luck,
See,
I don't think you're proving your
Reverend,
point.
next time we're having sex, I'm going to give you a reach around and see if I find a vagina, you're dead.
On the back.
I think we should call this, but we need to pause at this point because I can't answer that.
Is this raft ready for launching?
The allegation, by the way.
Fade to black.
Nothing like that happened. I did not have sex with that man. It was a little playing about is all it was. There was no penetration.
Well, you were playing with a man, you say? What?
No,
That is God's will.
I need to go
So-
and pray now.
So, Marcus, did you say you were getting the raft ready?
Oh, well, yes,
the
I
raft ready,
have
aye.
asked for French assistance to get this raft ready to go because.
I'm also going to help you. I was just enjoying the part, and I'm helping with the raft as well.
I miss going as well. If you could call my name, I'll go, but I will look at I can be the straight. I told you that. All right,
I'm watching you,
Marcus,
Reverend.
All right.
I'll push the
He's
reference
got
so he
dark
knows
magic
that
in
we're
her head,
leaving.
and you're watching me.
On the raft you go.
Now I'm looking at Marcus when they're making money. I'm watching you, Marcus. I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
Keep watching, Frank. Keep watching.
Okay, so as the Reverend continues to rant, the pilot, Mockingbird pilots a raft back out of the sea cave onto the northern coast of Rum Key. Where are you going, and what are you doing?
Well, I think we'll go back to the beach and land.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we going to check the blue hole out?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
You all said you had a grandiose plan for me. If that was what I remember.
You nearly died fighting a parrot, obtaining this treasure map,
Yeah.
and we went in there. We found a pile of shit.
Yeah.
The witch put some dark magic into her head.
Yeah.
Marcus smells like he hasn't showered since birth, and then now we're leaving.
What else?
How do you know that the X wasn't the thing that the witch found? How do you know that wasn't the thing to be found?
There you are, Captain. Marcus has nailed it.
It's in her head. We can't
Yes.
get it out.
Let's cut her head open and see if we can find it.
Fuck me sideways. Oh
You've got a
my
rapier.
dear. Reverend.
Give my rapier back. I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll give
I
you a
can say
rapier
it,
back. I'm having
Reverend.
nothing to do with this.
I have to say, Reverend, you are full of darkness.
Look, have a duel
Oh,
off with
my
magic.
God. I am trying to save you all from the darkness. The darkness which she, the witch, readily admits now resides in her skull.
Whilst
Can
I
you not
admit-
hear?
Whilst I admit it is curious that she will not share the knowledge, there is nothing we can do.
We can cut her head open and have a look.
That was going to be the bar doing that, which I'm not prepared to do just yet.
Look. I know how we can convince her. I go into the I buy you 10 grogs at the tavern, if you tell us.
Churchman, do you want me to show you?
Yes, madam, I do want you to show me.
I step back several paces.
Aye, me too, Dave. Me too.
Everyone else thinks
I
I'm
just-
just going backwards as well.
I'm gonna give this some space.
Actually, are we taking bets?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
mate.
8
yeah.
silver on the witch.
I've got 10 on the witch.
No, actually, I bet on the Reverend. He bet on me. I bet on the.
I'll take you on. Okay, I've got 10 on the witch then, Frank.
All right, he's in.
10 and 10.
Reverend, you better not lose now. I bet
We
money
don't know
on
what's
you.
going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen yet, but
I'll have 10
It's gonna be like a navigation spell.
I love how as soon as there's any conflict, we're putting bets on it. That's fucking great. Need to be like this in more games. It's great.
Okay. Right. Well, the ritual is on your rituals tab now in your character sheet, Casey.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I got
So
a
you
backup
can-
character.
You can use the button to cast it.
I will cast the ritual on the churchman.
Are you casting it on him?
Or not.
No, no.
Oh, no!
Mystical mishaps. Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Is that bad for Nia or for the Reverend?
Well, it depends. I don't know. Let's see. It depends what the mishap is. If you click on the
Step
roll
back
mystical
another few
mishaps button in the
paces.
chat, Casey.
Ooh,
Oh,
19.
19.
Did she just roll something good when she
Oh.
doesn't want to duck?
Oh.
Delusions?
Yeah.
Everyone you can see recovers 3d6 hit points, including your enemies.
Which at the moment is the
3d6.
Reverend.
So yeah,
Oh,
everybody heals 3d6 hit
I only
points.
need 2, Phil. Can I just put them in?
Fantastic.
Yeah. You just
And,
put them
and
on.
Phil, I'm immediately going to say this as a divine intervention. I'm going
Oh,
to
yeah.
fall
I
on
would
my
imagine so.
knee. I'm not sure where the leg was gone on. I'll say I've got 2 knees, but only
Have we
one.
have we all to roll the d6, yeah?
So I,
Yeah.
what as well as what are we doing?
Roll 3d6 and you get that back in hit points, mate.
It only recovers it. It doesn't increase it, does it?
Yeah,
You know, like I can't fail to go back to full health. I
Yeah, you can't go.
Over,
You can't go
The
over
very-
full.
The very
No.
fact that I've been healed, I'm going to treat as a divine sign. I'm going to fall on my knees before.
The second
Mia.
come in.
Yeah, I now think she's an avatar of the Virgin, like a virgin. I
Think.
My lady, I understand now. I'm so sorry. My faith was weak.
Continue.
I've been tested, and now I place myself into your service with, if you'll have me,
She's an,
without any.
she's an angel with a
Doubt in my
condemned houses
soul.
for teeth.
And I'll
She-
turn
she-
to
she-
the captain and Frank and
Nick-
say, well, that was an anticlimax.
Well, that's what that.
Nick-
Remember, don't you give up, don't surrender. I'll bet money on you don't surrender.
Near is an angel.
Now
I
we
think
need to find
she's an
something
angel
else to
now.
gamble on.
Frank.
I wanted to,
Oh, God
I wanted to have a
damn it.
wee bet.
The Reverend seems
Fancy
easy
some
to wind
fisticuffs,
up,
Frank?
so we can trigger the Reverend with something else, I'm sure.
Reverend versus Snail.
Why don't you all stop prattling and thank this angel of the Lord for the gift of health you have been blessed with? You ungrateful!
Why?
Into witchcraft and witches.
I can't find the words to describe how despicable you are, you
Reverend, you
quailing miscreants!
What
Look,
will it take
Reverend.
to flip you back? Because you seem to flip-flop on your position all the time.
You have to listen to God speaking.
5
Marcus.
minutes ago, this woman was a witch, and now she's an angel in your eyes.
This is God works in mysterious ways, Marcus. Open your heart to the Lord. Come here. Let me hold your hand. Come here.
No.
What are you
You
afraid
don't know
of,
who's
Marcus?
holding your hand
What are
there.
you afraid of? Are you afraid of being saved?
Yes.
Are you afraid of the goodness
The
of
last,
screaming out to
when
you?
your God
Are you afraid of admitting to your colleagues that you did
Your
steal
God-
from that cave?
intervened, you lost your sight, or your normal sight.
And
What was
that's when I
that?
became. And that's when I became enlightened. I was seeing with human eyes, and now it's been given to me to see with the
Are
eyes
you,
of
are you going
divinity.
to go live in the ocean with the,
All
with
on the road
fishes?
to
I will
Damascus.
follow where the Lord leads me, Marcus. This
But
is
the
the nature
Scales
of
have
faith.
fallen from my eyes.
The
Good
Lord
luck to
let
you.
her be lead you because your eyes
the
are
road
useless.
Reverend, do you have a secret grog bottle on you? I've been drinking too much.
Oh, I see. You're being sarcastic. I see. I thought I didn't think you had the wit. Congratulations, sir.
Oh,
you would've
what a
seen it
fucking
coming.
shade.
Are you going to take that from the Reverend?
Yeah, well,
He hasn't got the wit.
Fight!
He
Fight!
hasn't got the
Fight!
wit to understand
Fight!
he's
Fight!
sorted.
Fight!
Wait till we're on shore
Wait.
at least.
why are we fighting? Well,
we was on.
So
You're
I'm going to
fighting-
assume
you're fighting
while this
your own
conversation
demon,
is
Frank.
going, I'm going to assume while this
Turn the
conversation
pistol
is going
your
on,
own demons.
Reverend.
I'm
God
going
is
to
talking.
assume while this conversation is going on that you are walking from the beach through the jungle towards the blue hole.
Aye. Yeah.
And as you continue, like this back and forth, you find yourselves on the shores of this lake, this blue hole.
Oh, look at that.
I guess
All right,
the
what
dark,
was the Granger's plan?
I'm guessing the dark blue is where it gets really deep.
Yes.
Are we supposed to see our tokens? I saw the move.
Yeah, there they are.
Ta-da!
Ah, nice fresh water.
Reverend, your god is telling you to walk 10 paces forward.
I think you are.
I feel like we're gonna be here a while. I'm just gonna put on my tent for the time being, just in case. Let's see. What's the time of the day, by the way? If I do
The
that.
time of day, that's a good question. The time of day, I would say, is it's probably about 10 o'clock in the morning.
It's also
Oh, that early? Never mind. Then we probably get home before then.
Yeah, because if you remember, you rested waiting for the tide to change, and is your token missing?
no, there's 5 there. Wait, no, we're 6 people.
No,
Yeah, there is one missing.
yeah,
Oh,
it's yours
yeah.
missing. Yours is missing.
Mine's missing. Aye.
There we go.
Also, I think we're kicking on for break time, Phil.
Yeah, coming up to that.
While we're on the beach, I'm going to have a look in these trees to see if we can find some food, unless we've got any on us. Have we got any food?
Don't know if we
Anything
do,
like
mate. I don't think I've got any.
Unless
He's definitely not going to bury his treasure. Definitely not going to do that.
Keep
Take
talking,
another map.
holy man. Keep
Listen,
talking.
I don't know that he did it, but I absolutely approve of Dave's behaviour stealing that money. That's proper pirate behaviour, eh? On a player level, I very much approve, like.
Olga.
Hmm?
Oh, Megan. Out
Yes.
of the game. Sorry.
All right. So, what's happening now? Then captured. What's the plan?
I guess we've got to come up with a plan for trying to catch these, what do they call them? Lost eyes.
Yes.
And they're snails about yon size, big things.
yeah, about
think we
almost a
stand.
foot long.
We send the person who can see underwater.
We should definitely send, we'll tie a rope to him though. We're going to tie a rope round his waist, and we're going to send the Reverend in.
And God will guide him.
With some sort of spear, and God will guide him, yeah.
I think he has to agree to it first, but
No,
I'm not going unless Nia tells me to do so.
Figs Nia's a messenger of God now. Right, Nia, stick a sword up his arse.
Nia doesn't have a sword, sadly. She does have a playing pin.
You can borrow mine, mistress. My lady, I have a rapier.
Are you going to lube it up
different
for
game.
her as well, mate? Jesus Christ.
Oh my
This is the mystery of fate.
Oh, you would have got 3d6 health back as well, Casey. Nia.
Oh, I got it too? Cool.
Yeah.
That was a nice magical mishap. I like that.
Very nice, yeah.
Could have been
No,
worse.
notice it said including enemies though, so if there's any enemies around, you don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, yeah.
Is everybody at full hit points now? Yeah.
Yum.
That was a nice refresher. Like that was good getting that. Well done on that magical
ten.
mishap.
Man, I need to learn some dark magic in the future. That's for certain.
Me too, mate.
I
Me
love how it's
too.
changed to Reverend.
All right.
So did you say that Marcus was going kind of like scavenging,
foraging, yeah.
foraging in the jungle? Yeah.
Seems to find
Okay.
something to eat.
Oh, you
Oh,
did.
yeah, that's you definitely back up to max that. So is any? So yeah, are you just heading off on your own?
I'm not going far. I'm going like to the
No.
tree line, and so I could be. I'm not going out of sight of the guys.
Right. Okay. So limiting where you're going, that's going to make it harder. So if you give us it'd be a presence, I believe. Yeah, it'd be a presence check, and you'll need a D. It'd be a D.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I was going to use the devil's luck then, but I'm going to save them.
R.I.P. Marcus. You might want to.
I'm only looking for bananas or something.
It's Phil, remember, mate. It's not some nice benevolent
So
games master.
you Marcus, you are looking. Well, what's somebody else doing? So Marcus, kind of. Do you tell people what you're doing?
Tying a rope to the reverend.
Yeah, I'll just say I'm going to the tree line just to see if I can find some berries or something to eat, maybe.
I mean, I think I can see coconuts on some of these trees, to be fair.
Or coconuts, maybe, yeah.
And I'm tying
So
a
what
rope.
about the rest of you?
Tying a rope round the reverend.
How long's the rope?
Eh?
Nia wants to find like a rock or something and throw it in the water, and see
Okay.
if like it disturbs any undead or anything like that.
Oh, okay. So where are you aiming to? Do you want to ping? Or where are you aiming to throw the rock? Like in the light blue is the shallow bit, the dark blue is the deep bit.
She's a woman,
She
can't
will
I call
wade
her
into
that
the
for?
water
Uh-huh.
to get as close as she can to the deep part,
Okay.
to the actual
Okay.
hole.
Yeah, to the edge. Yeah. Okay. So it's at in the shallows. The
too
deepest
close.
it gets is maybe about 4 feet
Don't go-
towards the edge.
Don't go
edge of
too
the hole.
close to that dark blue, please. Be careful. In fact, are you sure you don't want me to tie this rope around you and hold on to it before you do that? Just in case.
She kind of drops the rock and then says, "Oh, that might be a good idea."
Yeah, let's get the rope tied
she's
around
already
you
dropped the rock.
before you do that.
So she's dropping the rock into the deep part.
Yeah, and then she'll come back for the rope. It's kind of.
Okay. Get a roll. Well, in fact, I'll do it. Okay. So there's this like deep splosh, splash, that sound, when you drop a rock into deeper water, and the sound is like much deeper than if you like that kind of higher pitch, that loud kind of higher sound of if you drop it into shallow water, there's like low basic plop. You see that rock
The word I was thinking
disappear.
of was plop.
Disappears, and you see it. Give us a as you turn away. Give me a I think that'll be a presence check as well. Yeah, presence check. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So you turn away, and you drop the rock and turn. There's like I said, this deep splash, and you turn away. Are you heading back towards the captain?
Yes.
Anything to report then, Nia? Did you see anything?
Nothing seems to have come up.
So I think we tie the rope to the reverend. He dips his head in and looks down, but then I think we throw another rock down into the deep while the reverend's looking directly down into it through his 20/20 vision. Yeah.
Nia will grab another big rock if she can find one.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of like rocks and stones and. Who's got the rope, by the way? How long is the rope?
I don't know how long it is.
I don't have a rope on me.
I just brought the one from the
I
raft.
was wondering.
I mean, we always have ropes. Sailors always have ropes. It's one of the
Well,
most
unless it's on
important
your
things in
equipment
sailing.
thing, you don't. If it's rope that you've taken from the raft, then it's only going to be about. We'll let you have a piece of rope from the raft, but it's only going to be about 10 feet long.
10 feet's
I was cording rope on the former end, and we'd have brought that with us, what we had. I
Yeah,
don't
well,
have
that was
the
to make
pencil
the raft. That was to
bind the raft. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I will let you have about 10 feet of rope. But
10 feet's enough.
obviously this hole goes clearly. I mean, even from here, you can see it's obvious that this hole goes way deeper than that. Maybe 100 feet or more.
So we're not trying to get the reverend to the bottom of the hole. We're just trying to get him in looking when we throw a rock down, so he can see a bit further than Nia could when she did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a benevolent captain you truly are.
Try to be. Because if no one grabs this thing by the balls, we're all gonna die. So I'm trying to organise us a little bit. Plus, I want to get back on
It's a reference.
Okay.
to-
back on a ship and back to some buggery and drinking.
So you're tying the rope around the Reverend, yes? Is that the plan?
Is he still glutton?
In fact, I think we'll do it from here, Phil, because
Uh-huh.
it's not
So I
even.
get to the edge of
We're not getting to. Well, saying that, if we tie it to his ankles,
You could stand in the water a bit.
we could tie it. But I'm thinking of tying it to the tree so we don't lose him.
Mm.
I mean, there's got to be somewhere where it's like if we get it on his ankles, if we tie it to that tree to there is 10 feet. So we tied it to his ankles.
He's got a stump.
Well, you'll
Ankle.
have extra feet.
Ankle.
Depending on where you tie the rope, that the branch will give, and we'll get an extra couple of feet. Well,
Yeah, if you tie it to a branch rather than the trunk, the branch will pull down and we will get an extra couple of feet. That's good thinking, Reverend. See that when we start thinking and,
And
put
then
our heads
it'll reach back
together?
up.
And then, yeah, and then for a laugh, we can
And then
fucking
snap off.
catapult them back into there. Oh, yes. We'll launch him like a trebuchet. That sounds fun.
The pirate space program, right?
Won't see what's happening.
Yeah, let's trebuchet him across the island. Aye, that's the plan, Phil. We're going to tie it to a branch of this tree and to his ankle. And then Near's going to chuck a rock in
this tree?
again, and he's going to look down.
No, this
So this
tree
tree.
here, I think, yeah. By again.
That one there.
All right, this one. Okay.
Because then that to there is 10 feet.
Uh-huh.
Plus another
And
6
that's
feet
my
for the height.
ankle.
What about this one?
Yeah, 6 feet.
Plus another 6 feet for the height of a person.
Yeah.
His head and shoulders are into the blue that way, or into the deep blue.
We'll let that fly. There's enough rope to like
you
tie
let
his
it fly? I
ankles
fucking
so he can
measured it.
dangle just get to the edge of the hole and dangle himself like ankle, so he'd like be head down in the
But
hole.
obviously, in order to get enough give, we're gonna have to really stretch and pull this branch down, like we're all gonna pull it down. So if anything happens, the shit hits the fan. He's gonna actually trebuchet. I kind of want it to happen.
You know, yeah, you know, I presume that you do realize I've got one leg, right? It ain't gonna go around the peg leg, so. But I'd like to keep that leg, if that'd be all right, Captain.
I know the
I
plan is not for
understand.
you to lose your leg or your life, Reverend. We're trying to work together here, but you've got the vision. You're the one with the underwater eyes, so I'm afraid it's your job.
If it all goes wrong, there's enough trees to get 2 pegs going.
And I'll look for a affirmation to Nia. No, wordlessly. Just is she assenting to this plan? She's such a mysterious, quiet creature, this angel. Do I see any expression on Nia's face?
Angel of death.
She, if you look at her like that, she just nods.
And I'll be content with that.
Okay, so while you are securing this rope, so you can't go around here. What did we say? Did we say around there?
Yeah, this one.
okay.
Around here-ish.
Apart from is Marcus still getting food?
I was
Yeah,
gonna
Max
say,
is
I-
still getting through. Yeah. Max isn't there. Yeah. I'm just dragging everybody at once because it's convenient. So Max is still over here somewhere. Okay, so you do that, and so to tie the rope to the tree, and then tie it around the Reverend's ankle, and then kind of help lower him in head first down into the water. So Marcus, you are searching back and forth through the undergrowth, through the trees, searching for scavenging, foraging for anything that might be edible. You spot a bush with maybe some fallen coconuts you spot on the floor. And as you go to pick them up, there's some rustling in the bushes nearby, and you hear this snort. And then barreling out of the bushes, this look of like fury in its eyes, comes this huge boar with like huge tusks charging straight towards you.
Okay. I'm going to dive
And
out
you
and
can-
play a bit if I can.
Yes, you can give me agility roll. It's going to be a DR of 12. If you fail, it will gore you for 1 to 2 points of damage. But you still get the coconuts. Oh, there you go. So yeah, it charges you. You try and jump out of the way, but it catches you. It catches you and like God, just like dig these tusks, just dig into the top of your thigh, drawing blood and cutting straight down deep into your leg. And it kind of like lifts you up off the ground and tosses you to one side before disappearing back into the undergrowth. So yeah, you take 1d2 points of damage, but you do get 1d3 coconuts.
So
Does he lose
1d2.
his pebbles? If he
You
gets like
spend all your hit points on collecting coconuts. How many coconuts would you have, Marcus? 10? Is your life
Three.
Take 1 point of damage and you find d3 coconuts.
worth it.
It's food.
Also
Yeah,
get the ball.
Okay, so
We're losing
while
1 hit
you're-
point. That was
so while
worth
you're
it, to be
gathering,
fair.
and get 3 coconuts. There you
Three
go.
coconuts. Hey.
Nice. Nice.
So I'll limp,
Okay.
gather them up and I'll make my way over, limping in pain and wincing and
Okay, so while you're lowering, so you go hobbling over, you see, just as you see them lowering, wading out into the edge of this blue hole, and then lowering the Reverend head first down into the hole, the rope attached to his ankle. You all see Marcus coming over, hobbling over. You can see blood. You can see this like bloody gash on one of his legs. Well, apart from the Reverend, of course, who's got his head in the water. And Reverend, as you lower down to the water, your vision clears, becomes crystal clear. Even the dark depths of this blue hole, your vision is far superior to what it is out of the water. And looking down, you can see this place is it's an underwater paradise. It's just filled with a multitude of like these colourful fish, almost like birds of paradise. These like multicolored fish swimming around in huge schools. You see further down, you can see these like multicolored weeds and these brightly coloured corals, and sort of on ledges and in niches on the walls of this blue hole. Is it this shaft? They must go down maybe 100, 150 feet. To the point that you're not really sure if you can see. You can't fully see the bottom. You can see what you think might be the bottom, but you can't. It's kind of like hidden. It's a little bit dark, so you can't see it clearly. But hidden, like attached to the walls of this blue hole, even in cracks and crevices and on ledges, you see these huge. Every so often, you see not like not lots of them, but here and there, you see these huge brown shells, like conch shells, with these spines running across the ridges, and they've got black mottled colorations on the back. And there seems to be from some of them seems to be this, almost like a faint luminous green glow that comes from them.
Okay.
And then you see something moving in the darkness
okay.
below you, and we will take a break.
Okay. I'd like it to be recorded for the record, sir, that on the descent into the dark abyss, I did arm myself with the rapier, just in case there was something I could spear. And... Okay, thank you, sir. 5 minutes?
Yes, we'll be back. We're back in 5. Welcome. We are back. So, when we last left it, the Reverend had been lowered into the waters of this blue hole, this dark, deep, saltwater pit in the middle of the jungle. And around the walls, you can see some of these what look like these shells. They've been sent to look for these lost eyes. And they're like each shell looks about a foot long, and the spines running along the ridges, and there seems to be a faint green glow that comes from them. And then in the shadows near the wall below you, you see some movement, something snaking through the cracks and crevices.
Snaking, like a snake, then maybe.
What? Snaking?
Serpentine.
Yes, serpentine
Like
movements.
an eel.
A really long snail.
A long thin snake. Well, what are you doing, Reverend?
I'm going to brandish my rapier in my right hand, and I'm going to tug on the rope, presumably the signal,
Right.
to
Okay.
Pull him up.
lift me from my watery abyss.
Oh, we're launching him.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Okay.
we're not going to get to launch him this time. Oh well. Maybe we could accidentally.
Okay,
launch
so
him.
you feel the tug on your leg, and you pulled backwards up out of there and lifted up out of the water into the shallows surrounding the blue hole.
Reverend, hold your nose as we pull you backwards. Or you're going to drown.
Yeah. Oh,
Waterboarded.
thank the Lord, thank the Lord. There's a Leviathan down there. It's a huge beast. And I'll describe all the trinkets and the strange life forms on the shelf and the wonderful coloured jewels, but I will talk up the serpentine form somewhat.
Mhm.
I swear it's the Leviathan of the Bible, Captain. I swear it is. There's no, we'll never conquer that thing. It's clearly God. They've sent us on a wild. I told you that woman was trouble. This is a wild goose chase.
We don't need to catch that, Reverend. We just need to catch some snails.
Was there any sign it was hostile? Or was
Yes, yes, he was snarling. I saw his great big fangs,
Shut up.
15 feet in an
Oh,
inch.
fuck off. Did you see any snails?
Is it possible to get drunk by salt water?
No,
Didn't you see any
I
snails?
saw crustacean-like things.
Snails.
Well, they could be snails. It could be something more
snail isn't
nefarious, I
A
suppose.
snail isn't a crustacean, it's a cephalod or something. It's not a crustacean. Yeah,
Cephalopod.
that's cephalopod. That's the one. It's not a crustacean anyway.
Oh yes, I do. Forgive me. Anachronistically, I was trying to be in period anyway. Bill,
Pirates like.
can you do the description again for the benefit of my comrades?
No,
the-
you can describe
Okay.
it as best as you can remember it.
But it was being patrolled by the Leviathan. It's clearly that it's either its children or its eggs or something. I advise us to. Why did we go steal the money, steal the ship? That was the original plan. Let's do that. It's far safer.
Let's just go steal the ship, Gang, what do you think? Should we just steal a ship? We're pirates
Kill
after
them,
all.
man.
I promise you, Captain, that oath, that prattling oath, is laughing at our expense right now in the tavern, telling how he sent us to our watery death. Let's go back and surprise him.
How
Let's
did
go-
you get those snail shells in the first place?
Let's go back and have the last laugh and steal their ship, Reverend. You're right.
Oh, yes.
Because, Frank, there's probably shit. They aren't the shells. Those are some terrible traps, some terrible monsters down there. They're trying to lure us to our death. I tell you, these people, and that old crone, we ought to treat them with the contempt with which they have honestly put our lives at risk.
They were willing
Let's
to pay
take
us
this
for this,
island.
Reverend. They were willing to pay handsomely for this.
They
Yeah.
said so, Marcus. Do you believe everything everyone says to
I
you?
mean, I think-
Do we believe everything you say to us?
definitely not.
Look to your own heart, man. You
I
tell the truth
think-
all the time. Do you?
If we were to catch the snails, they would pay us well for it because they know it's generous. That's why they pay us
I
generous.
can't catch them, Captain.
Yeah.
Here's it. You can use my rapier if you wish. If you want to take the Leviathan on, you go down there.
No,
I'm not going back.
no,
I'd sooner
I've-
fall on my rapier than go back down there again.
I have no desire
wait,
to
wait,
go in that water
wait.
at all. Let's just steal their ship. You're right. Let's just steal their ship. We're pirates. Let's do what we do best. Let's roll.
Well, then we
Yeah.
need a key or something from that ship.
Can I ask, Phil?
Ships don't have
In,
a fucking
in
key
the
ignition.
shallows of this lagoon, this thing, are there any fish knocking around that? Oh my, it don't matter actually. No, don't matter.
You sure?
We can dress up to look
Yeah,
like
I was gonna say we could catch some sort of animal. We could bait this thing to see if it is hostile or not. But mate, I've
got the
got
Reverend.
actually,
Maybe if we draw some blood and
I've got this
Drop it
big
in.
gash in my leg,
Oh,
which is hurting.
you're bleeding out right now.
oh, like a shark
So-
attracted by blood.
We could see if it's attracted by blood, but I'm not getting in the water. I will happily donate some of my blood.
Throw some
I
blood
was
into the
about
water.
to throw
and
in
see-
the water, but then we said,
Just
oh,
throw a couple of
not
drops
you,
into the
alright,
water and see what happens. Aye. Try it. Just gather some
can
blood in
get
your
a
hand and just
fish.
throw it into the water.
Yeah, so
Rub it in blood
I'll-
and chuck the fish in.
enough blood on my hand. Step out towards the blue, dark blue circle, dip my hand in, and then run to shore. Well, hobble to shore.
Give us a presence roll.
Oh,
Don't fall over.
oh.
12.
Oh, okay, 12. Okay, so you squeeze, you like wince as you squeeze some blood from the wound on your leg and swish your bloody hand in the water, and the blood clouds in the water, and then you turn and start to hobble back. As you turn down somewhere in the deep blue depths of this hole, you see a light. Just for a moment.
Hey. I'm still getting
Do
to
it
shore.
again.
I'm still
Yeah,
going to shore.
and then you begin wading, quickly turn and begin wading quickly back towards
See,
the
the
shore.
first thought that came in my head when you see the light, you know, the anglerfish.
Oh.
The light.
Or it's just another reverend that's lighting up.
I'll get to shore and I'm going to relay. So there's definitely something down there because there's light, or I think I
think we
saw
should-
a light. of
Should we
some
put more
sort.
blood in?
Is it?
I'm feeling rather faint now, so I need to bandage
Maybe you
this
should lie
wound
down
up.
and we can squeeze it out of you.
I'm going to rip apart of my old uniform and tie it around my leg. No more blood from me.
A wee tourniquet.
There's something down there. Maybe something
any-
valuable because it
I
was.
Valuable.
We know there's something
Shiny.
down there.
I didn't see the creature, but I saw a light.
Oh,
light.
A light.
alright.
Maybe we could get like a creature and chop it. Maybe the boar or the ram that attacked you.
Yeah.
How did
maybe-
you get the
yeah.
ginormous one?
Yeah, the boar that came out of the bushes like
Why don't
wild
we
beast
expect
that
more?
it is. I'm not going after it because it hurts.
I mean, if the six of us could probably take on a wild boar. Maybe not one of us. There's no shame in being beaten by a wild boar on your own. It's
Frank
not like
could shoot
it's not like it's a parrot. You're gonna have to be ashamed of it. It wasn't a parrot.
I looked
One-on-one
down
wild-
the
a
center
wild boar's
and
a wild boar's a dangerous beast, Marcus. That's nothing to be ashamed of. But six of us, I don't think it would cause a problem. I think the six of us can kill a wild boar, chop it in half, chuck that in.
You need to catch one first,
Alright, we
and
need.
they move fast.
There's six of us.
Okay.
We can always
Someone
use
needs to bait it out.
surround tactics. You know what I mean?
I'm curious as to what's at the bottom of the hole, but I'm not going down there to see.
Do you know what? I don't think we should actually take like a half a boar and just throw it in and let it sink down to the bottom, because it'll just fucking eat it at the bottom. We need to leave it on a rope so that it's only just hanging down a little bit.
Fishing.
Yeah, we need to fish. We
We
need to.
could probably put it in the shallows and then it might just bleed
Megan.
into them.
Let me see your hook for a minute. Does that screw off? Does it
I
screw
don't
off?
know. Probably not.
We could make a reasonably sized fishing hook, and we could
I
fucking.
need my hook.
Just use Elga as the fishing hook. Keep her arm attached. Just
No. We're not using human bait. Reverend, you psychopath. You psychopath. No, but I think we could
I'm not
use your hook.
suggesting we let it eat her.
I've got a hook as well, but I decided mine was scissors because I couldn't find a hook. Couldn't find a hook for a prop,
That's how we
so I
chop
put
up the bow.
scissors.
Well, I'm a good hunter.
I reckon that hand of yours screws off, Helga. Let me see that hand.
No. I need my hand. I need my hook and my hand.
You can pick your nose with your real hand. It's fine.
I don't get up there properly.
Doesn't it quite scratch that
bottom
spot?
Actually, I'll
Well, where did you see that boar last time, Marcus?
It was where it came out of the trees where I found these coconuts, which was around over there.
I'll come
Well,
with you, Frank.
Let's go hunt a
yeah,
boar.
come with me. Let's Let's go to the
Wait
place
a minute,
and
guys.
follow the fresh tracks.
Maybe we could get a couple of branches, fucking just chop the ends, roughly chop the ends to make them sharp, and we could fashion a few spears, and we could make hunting the boar a little bit easier. Got a couple of crude spears,
a
wouldn't
whip.
take us too long to make.
It's got a gun.
I got a bayonet on my rifle. That's all that
Yeah,
matters.
you can just shoot it.
I'm sitting here in the sand, nursing my leg, so
I have an axe. It's not the best weapon against a boar. I'm gonna break a branch off, and I'm gonna start while we're all deciding about doing this and talking. I'm gonna just start shaving the end of a branch and making a wooden crude spear.
Okay.
Nice, like 8 foot long thing, so I can attack it at range. Do you know what I mean?
I'm just aiming to hook into it.
Still think we should use your hand as a fishing hook.
It'd be tiny in comparison to what it's done.
If you think about it, you catch like fucking big 10, 15 pounds fish with a hook that size, don't you?
True. But still, no. Oh, let me catch up.
Yeah, where is Helga? Helga! Come on, woman! Ah, there you are.
Just making sure my hook doesn't come loose.
Alright, let's find this spot so you got attacked by the boar, right?
Okay. So, so you two are going hunting for boar. What's the rest of you doing?
nursing my leg.
What's Nia doing?
Maybe eating coconuts or preparing coconuts for us to eat or something like that.
Yeah, cool. You can prepare like find a rock and things to break open the coconuts that Marcus found. That will provide a bit of something to drink and a little bit of food for everybody.
Yeah.
What about the Reverend and Captain Mockingbird?
Well, who's going to try and catch a boar with me? It's only going to be easy if most of us do it. So me and Helga. Anyone else? Frank, Tank,
I'm already
Drunk
leaving.
Tank,
Is it
right?
down there?
So me, Helga, Drunk Tank. What about the Reverend?
I'm tending my mistress. I'm just near side.
She doesn't need tending. She's no.
Well-
she's not. She's not your
I'm
gonna
fucking
blind
flock of
man.
sheep.
And until she tells me otherwise, that's what I'm doing, Captain.
Right. Nia,
I don't recognise any earthly authority.
do me a favour, Nia, and tell your divine student to help us catch this
Disciple.
boar. The more hands, the better. And Nia, if you would like to help, please. I think the more of us, the better. We're going to try and surround the thing. Surround it and attack it from as many angles as possible.
She will leave the coconuts for Marcus to deal with, I suppose, and she just gets up and gives the churchman a tap and a beckon.
Thank you, Nia.
I'll follow.
Follows the captain.
As you say, mistress.
Right,
Okay.
Everybody grab
Right.
a spear.
I'm going to
Right.
use my flintlock unless you tell me otherwise, Captain.
That's fine, Noah. Use whatever you want. I'm going to use a big
I got a hook.
8. I'm going to get a spear. I'm going to get a big long 8 foot long thing with a spike on the end there. Just to put some distance
Okay.
between me and it.
Can you spend some time fashioning some spears from from like bamboo or some trees or branches or whatever? Is Frank? Frank's a bit of a tracker, aren't you? So is that what are you leading
Yeah.
the hunt?
Yeah, I'm the scout, the survivalist, the tracker. Yes.
Okay, so Frank, I think you can make give us a presence roll.
Alrighty then.
Excuse me, just standard difficulty.
Say that is a 12.
That's a 12. Okay. Okay. So yes, you track through into the jungle for a good 20 minutes or so, venturing maybe going zigzagging left and right, trying not to venture too far away from from where you've left Marcus, and you eventually, Frank, you eventually spy a lone boar, eating some fallen fruit from from underneath a tree, just a short distance from where you're crouched in the bushes.
Oh, all right. I'm looking to the other side, like, shh.
Let me go. I'm good at sneaking.
All right.
I get a bonus.
All right, so go on the opposite side in Helga, and on my mark, we all charge it from every angle, all right? Everyone encircle it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also going to
Okay, so-
attempt to sneak up on it as well, because I've got 2 bonuses for sneaking. Sneak attack and 2 bonuses that
Okay.
appear to stack.
And what about Nia and the Reverend?
I'm just following.
So Nia's gonna just find a spot so that we're in a circle around it, but she's not gonna sneak. She'll wait and then charge in.
Okay. Fair enough.
Afterwards.
Okay. So, in which case then, so Helga can make a sneak roll and the captain can make a sneak roll. So which
We've
would be
both
would be agility, I guess.
We've got Backstabber and Sneaky Bastard.
Yeah, you've got
which
the
gives
2
us
as well.
2 different buffs. Yeah.
When striking
So
from
it
the
says that-
shadows or while sneaking, test agility DR12. On a success, you automatically deal a critical hit. And Backstabber. If you attack by surprise from hiding or distract the enemy, you lower your DR by 2 and deal D2 extra damage. So we can do a critical hit
Okay.
for 2 extra damage.
You do. You still need to do the sneak first, though. So,
It's a lower DR. So yeah, rolling agility first, yeah.
so agility, yeah, agility. Go for all agility.
Hey, nice roll,
Oh,
mate.
nice.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you both, you both. I mean, presumably going round to the left, one going round to the right,
does the other,
and
yeah.
sneak around until you're at like 3 equally spaced points around where this boar is, feeding. Just sat there feeding,
Loving life.
eating these fallen fruit. Yeah, just totally ignorant about that you're lying in wait for it, and then you're going to charge it.
Yeah,
Yep.
attack by surprise, hopefully, and stack those 2 bonuses.
Yes, so yeah, we'll do you 2 first because you can attack by surprise. You can indeed. So,
So if you
we're
attack
striking
by
from the shadows,
surprise,
while sneaking,
DR goes
test
down by
agility.
2, and then we test agility. So it's agility, but the DR goes down 2, and if we hit, it's an automatic crit.
Yeah. So do another agility check, which will be a DR of 12 again. Well, 10 because of the thing. Oh,
Nice.
I've wasted the automatic crit because
Okay.
I've rolled a crit.
Yeah.
all right. So yeah, so that's critical damage. So yeah, the 2 of you just rush, like creep forward, and then at the last moment rush this boar and just kill it.
Because it's
Nice.
we do 2 extra damage and it's a crit. So
Yeah, you just kill it.
well done. We just ripped it in half. One spear hits it in its head, one hits it in the side with such force
My
that
hook.
we rip it apart.
So you run forward like jab down, running it through with a spear, and Helga runs up and just hooks it, just brings a hook up and like hooks it right underneath the chin.
And I'll
Well, you 2 can make good hunters, I say.
and I'll
Very good work.
give Helga a look and like a an R of approval. R.
Okay,
All right.
Marcus,
Still look like you've been on the boat though.
Mark-
But on land you're all right.
Marcus,
Yes.
do you want to spend the devil's luck?
Yeah. Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm asking you.
I'm gonna say yes because I've got.
No, oh,
to.
Mark, he's tricking you. He's tricking
I
you.
kn-
Don't fall for it. Don't
I
fall
know.
for it.
No.
He's
It's a trick question.
He's a sneaky bastard. Never trust him, Dave. Never
well.
trust him. You should know this by now. He's a sneaky motherfucker.
Yes, I will spend a devil's luck.
Okay, so you spend the devil's luck. So what are you doing, Marcus?
I was cracking these coconuts open that Nia left me to do.
Yeah, so you cracking these coconuts open, maybe taking a sneaky drink of the coconut milk, and just kind of like scraping the meat out as you do, and You hear a rustling in the undergrowth. At first, you think it's just to the side, just to your right, not maybe 10, 15 feet away. But then you hear it instead of coming close towards you, you hear it move sort of in this direction up here, and then you see a hunched figure emerge from the tree line. At first, you think it's. At first, you take it for a man just dressed in rags, but as they step away from the tree line, you see this humanoid figure that is definitely not. It's humanoid in shape, but it is definitely not a human. This dark green scaled humanoid figure with huge yellow eyes, huge wide hands with like webbed hands and claws, and from the top of its head is like this protuberance with that hangs down over its forehead, and as you can see, it's like white, glowing, like luminous light.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll show you what you see.
It might have a scent of your blood.
So this is what you see.
Ooh.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah, Megan, you absolutely called it. Absolutely
on it,
called
though.
Okay.
So yeah, it comes
straight out.
out of the bushes. It doesn't seem to have seen you at the moment.
Right, well, I'm going to get to my feet. I'm going to draw my pistol, and I'm going to start backing this way.
So
Keep my eyes on it. Keep my eyes on it.
So you're going to keep it in view, or are you going to try and get out of the line of sight of it?
I'm going to keep it in view, but as I say, I'm backing down the beach until I've got a decent distance, and then I'm going to try and attract the attention of them lot without making a lot of noise, though.
Okay, so it's probably at that point it becomes apparent that the others are nowhere to be seen. You can't even hear them. And you can give us an agility roll as you try and creep away from this thing, which starts wading out into the water.
Oh, nice roll, Dave.
Oh, nice.
Nice. So this thing wades out into the water, gets towards the edge of the hole, and then just dives in and disappears under the surface.
An actual deep one, eh?
Okay. Pistol away, and I'll start to make my way over to where the hunting party went, even if I can't see them.
Okay, so if you're doing that, so eventually then you heading into the in that direction. Eventually you come across the others as they're heading back, carrying this carcass of this boar between them.
I'm gonna calmly explain that I think I know what's in the hole.
Water, mate. We all know what's in the hole.
Don't think it's a good idea that we go in there. It's hard to explain what I've just seen, but it's like a half man, half fish creature from out of the woods.
You've lost a lot of blood. Are you okay?
Yeah.
You feeling
I
a
knew
bit
this would happen.
lightheaded
I
there,
knew this would
Marcus?
happen.
Yeah. Sit down, mate.
Feel
Might be
free to
hallucinating.
go for a swim, because I know what I saw.
Just
and
sit
I'm
down
not
before
going
sit,
near that
sit
wall.
down before you fall down, mate.
I am not
Yeah,
staying
this
on
is
my
dark.
own either. Nope.
Sit down before you fall down.
I know what I saw. Don't believe me? Fine. I am not going in that water.
All right, you then back to the tree and hang up the
And-
book. Yep.
I want to explain that light thing that they have on their head. So they've got a thing that lights up, and that's what
That'll be the light you saw, eh?
I think is down there. But the
I wasn't,
Maybe we can
I wasn't
trade
miles
them.
away when I called an anglerfish, was I?
on two legs and walking round and
Angler man.
You
worlds
must have
apart.
really lost a lot of blood. That's
Fine.
The
I'll talk
Lovecraft
to my
fan in me
friends.
just looks at that and it's a deep one.
Out come the pebbles, and I'll tell them instead.
Therapy pebbles.
Oh,
Right.
those pebbles.
All of them. Fools.
We could take this boat and we go trade it with those fishmen that he's been seeing.
Let's eat it. Let's eat it. We haven't had good meat like this since we were shipwrecked. Why don't we cook it and eat it?
Look, we can take off the legs.
Are
and
we
then
not
use
using
the
it as
main
bait to
torso
catch a
body.
Leviathan,
That's mate.
Reverend?
You don't need it all, do you?
Eat the
Captain?
Leviathan.
Yeah, imagine we caught the
That's
Leviathan.
sushi.
Imagine we caught some giant, like, sea creature. That's going to feed us for months.
Hey, go off quickly. Particularly this climate, Captain. It'll be rotting.
We
Worm
could sell
infected in
most
days.
of the meat. And then we have money to buy it.
Have you heard of a thing called salt, Reverend?
No.
There's lots of it in the sea.
Yes.
Smoking meat.
We have unlimited access to it, you know?
Leviathan jerky.
Yeah, food preservation
Father,
existed
listen.
in these days. Like, people knew how to
Why
salt or
don't
smoke
we
wood. Food.
take the boar as food for supply provisions, steal the ship, go home? It's very
We don't
simple.
have a home with pirates.
Go home as in get back out on the sea.
Get back on the sea, where our home truly is, and raid the Spanish galleons.
So that the
on
Reverend
behalf
can
of-
sink our
of
ship and we can
England.
all die.
Well, he rates British ships too.
Drop me
Reverend.
off the nearest British port, and I'll leave you willingly, Captain.
You forget that this ship is manned with people and we can't just walk on and take it.
I put it this way to you, Helga. It'll be easy to kill human beings and creatures the like of which Marcus has described, and the Leviathan which I saw with my very own eyes.
Look, maybe we can just sacrifice something and they'll give us a couple snails and we can buy the ship.
We can't just sacrifice Frank in that manner.
What? Excuse me? Excuse me?
Expect a
They
hefty
want,
price.
they want to turn you into a tavern entertainment, Mark. Keep you drunk
They
all
might
the
be
time.
vegetarians. We don't know what they
Fighting
eat.
pirates.
Oh, you're what? I'm a great entertainment, am I? Yeah. What?
This whole
Pirates
situation tells me why the chef did not want to do this task himself, despite him saying how easy it was. There's a reason that he won't go in that hole, and it's the same reason I won't go in that hole.
You see, the thing is this. I mean, how much did that? You got that plate of whatever it was free, didn't you, Marcus?
It was lovely.
So how much did he charge the? I mean, the residents inside don't appear to me to be aristocratic, shall we
yeah.
say? In the affluent captain in there. Well, now I put it to you this way:
That's a big word for
what is
me,
the
the
point
captain.
of expending? What is the point of expending such risk and expense capturing these things to sell them for a few silver pieces to the peasantry of this island? There's something nefarious and wrong going on here. This was a trick. It was a trap.
We need
we
a
were meant to
ship.
die. Yes, but okay, they're not going to honour a trade.
What about the gold that was sunken that we could have gone for?
We should have taken the sunken gold. We should have killed the town. Take his money. Take his ship, and go avant from this island. You're supposed to be pirates. I'm more a pirate than any one of you
I
here.
don't want to be dead pirates.
Scallywags and
Does
Well-
reference shouting attract anything?
you're going,
Interesting
you're going,
question.
you're going to die anyway, Marcus. The longer you stay inside, memento mori, Marcus. You will die on this island unless you leave it. That is
Yeah,
my
I
can you
don't
keep
want
them
to
in check?
die at the hands or fins of these fish people that I've just seen.
I agree with you. We need to be away from this blue abyss.
I agree with the Reverend.
But how do
First
we
time.
get the ship?
We
How do you
use
fight?
pistols
crew?
and swords.
Yeah, but-
We don't have
use
pistols.
stealth.
We don't have the ammunitions for it.
I have a sword.
Plus,
Oh,
you want to be
oh.
shooting on a ship that could burst holes into it. Bullets go through wood.
Listen, there's an old saying, isn't there? If you want to beat a dog, you'll find a stick to do it with. And that's all I'm getting from you, Helga. Negativity, arguments, spurious, rhetorical. There's-
Look.
If you
I
wish
still-
to stay here, stay here. Make home, breed Breed with the natives. God knows what that'll produce. You stay here. I think many of us want to be away.
I see we have three options, Captain. We either do the suicide dive into this blue hole. We either
Give up the
dive for
Reverend.
the Spanish gold, which involves going underwater, Reverend, because you can see underwater. It's going to be your thing.
If we took that back to our Majesty, we might be free of our poverty. We might be heroes of our land. We might end up in the Houses of Parliament, for heaven's sake.
What's Parliament?
Or we try and steal the ship.
Well, why can't we do both? Why can't we take the gold and the ship?
Because one of them involves fighting a lot of people.
We'll take that.
Unless we
crow
can
now.
take the ship
the
by
crow now.
stealth.
Look, Captain, if I may say, these two sounds very crazy. A Leviathan big snake in the water, and then now fishermen in the water.
Frank, be my guest. Go for a swim.
Yeah, go for a swim, Frank.
I'm glad
See how you get on, mate.
All right, then give me the bow. I shall show you. There's nothing back in there.
Okay, who wants to take a bet whether Frank comes back or not?
Yeah. I've got 10 and I'm not coming back.
I wanted to bet against him. Helga, you in there? So have you got any silver?
Alright, Reverend.
Marcus,
I'm
I'll throw
keen
10
for a
in
bit.
that he doesn't. I won't say that he doesn't come back, but I will say that something happens. I don't know what.
well, I can't.
Alright,
I can't
Reverend,
make-
I'll take your 10 then. You say 10 he doesn't come back, I'll say 10 he does come back. There you go. Just for a gamble. Just so that you've somebody to gamble against.
Right, I'll take that. 10 he doesn't.
Why
I
don't
say
you check
not
it
even
this
back.
then?
Right, 10 he comes back.
No, we're going to tie by the rope as we planned. It's going to be. I'm going to tie it.
Oh, you're
The
going
ball.
for a swim, Frank, he said.
No, we're going to follow the original plan. Now, but I will do it alone.
Watch.
You better be back.
Okay.
Serpent,
Distant.
big snake in the water. That's probably just a small eel.
Can you swim, Frank?
Yes, of course I can swim.
Oh, John, who wants to lay the bet?
I'm just going to
Mia, would
watch
you
it
like
from
to-
here. From a distance.
I'm standing by
Okay.
Marcus. Well, actually, I might go near Frank so I can cut the rope just in case he can't swim.
You motherfucker. You are no man of God, like. You are a fucking charlatan in a costume.
Come on, pieces! I'm going to stand by Marcus. I'm going to whisper. I'm trying to influence Marcus. We'll stand
Worst
by Marcus.
fucking man of God ever, you, like.
So I
You're
tied
talking by
the ball.
Marcus.
So I tied the ball to the rope by the tree, and I pull it on the water and hang it on the edge on the dark water.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're
I
tying the
love it.
ball to the rope and dropping it into the water over the edge into the into the blue hole.
Yeah, and I go slide back towards the beach.
Okay. Okay. And what about everybody else?
I'm
Watching.
ready my rape, but no, okay, I won't do that.
I'm a rifle ready as well, just in case if something were to come up.
Just
So
watch.
now you're worried about something.
Oh, but we never
Look,
loads of
when we met
coconut.
zombies in the water, I don't take
I'm just
chances.
watching eating coconut like it's popcorn.
Okay, so you do that, and everybody else kind of stands and watches from various positions around the this side of the blue hole. You drop the corpse of the boar into it. You see the blood start to plume. The plume of blood as it spreads through the water, eventually dissipating. You can't see the boar, of course, but well, I suppose it's going to float. Yeah, it's probably going to float, isn't it? And the boar's kind of body's kind of just floating just beneath, kind of most of it just beneath the surface. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20, half an hour passes, nothing happens.
I'm looking
Captain, may I
towards.
suggest something? In the circumstances, I think our bet's null and void. I think we should throw Frank in. He's not been in the water. Throw him in the water so we can see whether he comes back or not. It's the only way we can settle a bet. Frank has to go into the great abyss. How can we have a bet otherwise?
Frank, give you
Frank,
some
would you do
silver
us a
to
great
go on.
honour? Would you go for a little swim, Frank? Clearly there's nothing to worry about there. The boar hasn't been eaten.
20 silver.
I
I tell you what, Frank. If
But
you
silver,
can go for a
that is
swim
why
and
I
Twenty
come,
silver.
if you can go for a swim and come back, I'll give you 5 silver, mate. There you go.
You go,
I look
25
towards the-
silver.
Listen, Frank, if you go in there and don't come back, I'll give you 10.
25 if you survive, 10 if you don't.
Give me all your half of your silvers payment up front, and I will go.
There you are, 5. There you are, 5. There you are,
Okay,
Marcus. That's
okay.
fine.
What about you, Helga?
Frank.
What about you, Silver?
You might lose my silver. I'll give you 10 if you come, or 20 if you come back.
You're only getting paid
Give
if
me
you come
10
back.
now.
You're only getting paid from us if you come back. So you've got to come back to get the money.
For fuck's sake. All right. Like,
I'm only paying you if you don't come back. If you don't come back, if you do come back, I want my 5 back. You understand?
All right. Let me just go to the board, and then just all right.
Alright, I'm gonna go man the rope then. Are you gonna tie yourself?
No, it's not long
Or,
enough.
like,
I'm gonna
hold
go
on to
down
the
there.
Hold on
Not
to the
long enough.
board.
The rope's not long enough to do
But,
anything.
not long enough.
no, but we could just stay 10 feet behind them in the blue water, in the
If
light
you-
blue water.
If you untied the rope from the tree and someone stood here with the rope,
I think the boy's good being there, because if he swims past it, they'll
Frank
go
could
for
go
the ball
for
and
a
not
bit
him.
more of a swim.
Yeah. Off
You
you go.
could do with a bit of a bath, Frank.
You could
It's
do.
no bad thing to have the
You could do with a bath, Frank. You stink of shit, like.
I'm injured and
Because
my
I'm like-
strength is rubbish, so it's not going to be me holding the rope.
I mean,
Oh,
Fine.
I'll hold the rope.
when
I'll hold
Helga
the
and
rope.
Marcus came back round smelling of shit, I thought you had walked round the corner. You smelly
Well,
fuck.
I see the board is still there.
Go have a
Nothing
wash.
has happened to it. So we shall be fine. You just cut off the rope and just let the boys just stay soaking wet. Just let it
Just
sink.
untie it. We need rope.
Yeah, I'm untying it. I'm tying the rope
You
on
have
the...
limited rope.
Yeah, I'm untying the board for the rope. Don't you worry about that, woman. Right.
Okay, so you're untying the ball, the carcass of the ball from the end of the rope, and pushing it out into the water.
Yeah.
Into the water.
Put it in the
Okay,
water.
it
And I'm
kind
tying
of-
the rope around
it
it.
slowly, so it slowly drifts out away, towards the centre of the hole.
I'm expecting a big creature to come up and like chomp it.
Why, I hope
And
so.
nothing happens.
All right. Boys holding the rope for me while I go for a tiny swim.
Aye, I'll hold your rope, Frank.
I'll help you, Kev. Let me do that, Captain. I'll hold the rope.
Oh, he's just gonna
You with
panic.
one leg, you're well
A
anchored.
valuable
No.
rope we're losing.
I think our fate's in mesh somehow. I need to protect. I need to protect Frank.
You can cast one of your spells to protect them.
Oh, I'm clean out. I don't have any spells.
I'll get everyone's attention quickly and say the thing that I saw didn't come from the water, by the way. It came from the tree line and walked to the water.
Oh, now you tell us.
So,
This bet is void.
did I leave that detail out?
Yeah.
Yeah, we came from the forest, you say.
I have
mean-
lost a lot of blood.
Marcus,
You say
some
that
of that,
before after he goes in there.
you're gonna have to underwrite my bet with some of that purloined Spanish.
I have no idea what you're
Treasure.
talking about, Reverend. But I do have silver, so I will cover the bet.
Thank you, Marcus. You're an honourable man. A thief, but an honourable. There's honour amongst thieves. My grandma used to say, "You can get behind a thief, but you can't get behind a liar." And you're clearly a liar, but you're a thief first, and that's
And you're,
good.
and you're both reverend, so
You
the
called me a
grandmother
liar.
talks shit.
You'll be going for a swim, Reverend.
You've got a wooden leg, you're more buoyant.
I'm not going back in there. I've told you about the Leviathan.
And I've told you about the fish people.
Yeah, I agree with you, Marcus.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Stealing a boat and fucking off. We're not going in there. We're not getting those snails. We're gonna steal a boat. Fuck the snails, man. Fuck the snails.
All right, Jesus.
I
still
still
in a
think I
boat.
can convince Frank to go in.
Frank was going for a swim a minute ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, still,
money,
that's true.
Frank.
I do go into the swim, actually. I will go into the swim.
You don't get your
I'll
5
hold
silver
the
from me
rope
unless you
for
get
this
wet,
one.
Frank.
I'm just making sure my flintlock pistol's loaded and
Yeah, me too. I'm with Mark. Oh, that's a nice model. I think I've got the younger one. Have you seen this?
Okay, so Frank
holding the
sort of
rope?
wades. So Frank's wades up to the edge of the blue hole and dives in, I guess.
Yeah.
What's everybody else doing?
I'm just going to say, I want to paddle out quickly to Frank. Frank.
Well,
He's gone in. He's diving in.
Yeah, I'm in the dark.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone. I
He's
just wanted
gone.
to-
Yeah,
Okay.
he's gone.
Oh, never mind.
What's Nia doing?
Nia is going to stand near the water where Frank went in. Just
Okay. I'll just drag you
back him up if he needs backup.
Okay. And what about Captain Mockingbird?
Told you I'm sitting fucking watching, eating coconut like it's popcorn. I'm watching the show, seeing what happens.
Okay. Right. So Frank, you kind of swimming across you swim out from the edge, presumably looking down into the water. Otherwise, there's no point. And as the Reverend before you, not that he really informed you about it, so you can see. You can't see as well in through the water, so you can't see the bottom. But you can see like schools of like brightly coloured fish swimming darting back and forth in the waters, and around the edges in the rock, in the crevices and on ledges, you can see these shells, these lost. Keep what it's called,
Lost eye. Yeah, lost eye.
Yeah, these lost eye shells. You can probably see. Let's see. You can see 4. They're at least 20 feet down.
Oh.
20 feet down. Okay. How long can I hold my breath in this game?
You can hold your breath for a minute plus. Oh God, what is it now? I've got it somewhere. PDF is like slow.
That's an ability scoring tests.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I think we can all hold our breath a little bit longer because we've got so much practice from being around Smelly Frank.
So you can hold your breath for 1 minute plus your toughness bonus.
Oh, it's more minus.
Yeah. Oh, yours is minus. You've got minus on your toughness.
It says
So it's a
minimum.
A minimum of a minute. So you can, if you've got a negative, then it's a minute. So you can hold your breath
Okay.
for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm
So
supposed to swim up
that
to
would
get to
allow you to. I would say a minute would allow you to swim down and retrieve one of these shells.
Okay, then I will do
Yeah.
that then. Yeah.
So okay. So give me a strength roll.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So you swim down. Like I said, the closest one is about 20 feet down. And as you swim down, the water is quite clear. It's just the depth of it that where the lack of vision comes from. But as you swim down, you can see a little bit further. At the very bottom, you still can't make out the very bottom, but it's quite it's dark down there. But as you swim down, you see more fish. You see more like sort of seaweed and plants growing off the sides of this, the rock sides of this hole, and you see more of these shells deeper down, like say attached to the walls. But every so often you think you glimpse either something shiny or a light or something down at the bottom. Or deep down, you can't see the bottom, but every so often you see this. Get a brief glimpse of something glinting below.
Yeah,
you.
I know my own breath, so I'm not going to go down there. I'm just going to focus on the shells for the time being.
Okay, so you swim down, grab one of these shells, and and swim. Are you just going to grab it, or what are you going to do?
Is it like stuck, clinging to the?
There is a little bit of resistance, but not much. With a tug, it comes free.
Yeah, like I use my bayonet knife. You just plug it under, then push it or pull it open, or push it from the wall, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go roll a d6.
A d6. Let's see. 3.
Okay, so you prize it up and pull it up, and you pull up this shell, and this is what this is what you see.
Ooh.
Oh, that's why they call it a lost eye.
Oh my! Is it like a living eyeball inside the shell?
So this So yeah, you pick this thing. It's like I say, it's large, black, brown, this black mottling across it, and inside of where normally would be like like the sucker foot of a of the snail, there is this lime-coloured, lime-size. It's the colour of that green colour, but about the size of a lime. This eyeball that glows this vibrant green colour. And it's scent, and you can see like this glow comes from somewhere in the centre of this eyeball, and you can't help but look into it. Your eyes are drawn to this eye that's just staring at you. It looks like, you're not sure if it is an eye. It certainly looks like one, and it seems to just stare back at you. And you can make a spirit test.
Does anybody else think that you could zoom out on that picture and that's a dragon's eye? There could be a dragon's head attached to that.
13.
Okay.
A female dragon.
Okay, so you
because of the
feel like
eyelashes.
almost transfixed, and then you suddenly realise that your breath is running out, your lungs are on fire, almost bursting, and you manage to tear your vision away from your eyes away from this eye, and like with that you like swim and burst burst up to the surface. Gareth Frank has got this shell. He bursts up to the surface with one of these this spiky shell in his hand.
Bravo,
And
bravo,
there's a glow.
Franco, bravo, Franco.
I'll shout out 9 more times, Frank.
But there were nothing down there, mateys. All just fucking blood loss and all that. Silliness and all that. Was nothing down there.
Well
9
done,
more
Frank.
times, then.
9 more to go, mate.
There's a good man.
Good man, yeah,
Ah,
well done.
Don't look in the eye, though. It's very attractive for some reason, looking at the eyeball. Don't look at the eyeball.
It's been a long time on the sea.
It's too female looking to be attractive.
That's terrible, Megan.
All right.
So what are you doing with? So what are you doing with it, Frank?
I'm just going to the shore and then put it on the beach.
Okay. So you're going to get out and give it to put it on the shore. You're not going to give it to Nia or Helga.
Oh yeah, if they are by me, I will give it to Nia.
Yeah. So they're still.
And
they're
Nia's
still in the
right
water.
there, so yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I guess I'm doing all the housework today. I better get good cut from that fucking
Good at
wood.
it. You're good at it, Frank.
Very good. I better get good cut from this.
Well,
All right.
You just earned your 5 silver. Pay up, Reverend.
Oh,
Penny
very
silver.
good. Oh, very good.
He already had my 5.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't care who's got your money. You owe me 10, son. Pay up.
He's not back. He's coming. Hang on. He's going back. The
He
mission's
went
not over
swimming.
yet.
He went for a swim and he has come back.
Whatever, Cap. Go see my banker. Marcus, would you sort him out?
I beg your pardon? Why am I being brought into this?
You agreed to underwrite the bet because you lied to us.
Okay. I didn't lie to anyone.
No, you didn't lie. Your thief.
I
Your
covered the bet.
honor as a thief. Yeah. Thank you.
10
So
silver.
who's taking the shell off?
Thank you, Reverend.
But
Pleasure
Marcus-
gambling with you.
Marcus, Frank owes you 5. I paid him a 5 deposit.
Aye, and I'll give you 5 as well, Frank.
Thank you. Very good.
Now,
Marcus,
9 more
owes
times.
Marcus 5.
I'll have
man.
a look at this shell.
So you're going over at you, Marcus?
Curious, yeah. Let's have a look
Okay.
at this shell. Even though.
So Nia, Frank hands you this shell and you can see there's this glow, and you can see this there's some strange formation. It doesn't look like a normal snail. You don't see the foot that you'd see from a snail, but you can see this. You haven't seen the actual eye itself, but you can see there's like this luminous green glow coming from the mouth of the shell. And then Marcus comes sloshing through the water towards you.
Curious, near.
I'll hand it to Marcus.
Okay. And what's Helga doing? And is Frank diving back in?
Yeah, I'm trying to bring back in. Yeah. Someone hold the rope. Whoopee.
I'm gonna
Oh, we got no rope. The rope's not long
Oh,
enough.
yes,
for you.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. I'm swimming.
Yeah, the rope's no good. It's not long enough by a long shot.
I'll hold the rope tied to nothing.
Okay, so you dive, Frank. You dive back down. What is Marcus doing?
I'll have a look at this shell and
Into the eye.
yeah. I'm curious. I want to look into the green.
Because you said, don't look into it, it's attractive.
green glow.
You're like, oh.
Okay, so you stare and you look at this eye, and it seems to stare back at you. It doesn't blink. It doesn't move. You're not sure if it is, if it's just some natural, some like freak of nature. It doesn't react like an eye. It doesn't move or anything, but it looks clearly it looks like an eye. And you feel like entranced by it, and you can make a spirit test.
11.
Okay. Right. So Frank, you dive back down. So can you give us a strength test then?
Yes.
So you can get 3 with a normal difficulty, a DR of 12. You can get another 3. To get more, you'll have to dive deeper, which will be harder.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so you dive down, and again, you get you grab another of these shells from where it's attached, where it's like attached to the wall of the hole, and start to swim back up. Mm-hmm. So Nia and Helga, you can see like Marcus takes this. So Frank, you're still swimming back up.
Yeah.
So you see Marcus takes this shell from Nia, and he kind of looks at it, and he's just stood there with this shell in his hand, just staring at it, not blinking, not moving.
Try and move it out of his hands.
What, you're taking the shell?
Just like
Just
that.
kind of try and shift it to the side.
Looking like he's getting ready to kiss it.
What? How do you mean? You're just moving it? What do you mean moving it to the side?
So, like, if he's looking into it, I'm just going to basically pick it up and, like, move it away from him in front of his
Around and
face.
see if he follows.
But it's still in front of his face. All right, I see what you mean. Okay, so yeah, his head doesn't move, but his eyes track the movement.
Okay, I'm going to, like, turn it down and put it on the sand. I assume would near the sand.
Okay. Okay, so when suddenly you're back, you're back. You find yourself on the beach, Marcus. You're not where you were. You were somewhere else.
I remember where it was.
You do. You do, and you kind of stagger and fall back and land, and just sit down hard in the shallow water.
Does all the purloined silver fall out of his pockets at this point?
He's not letting that go.
Well, the couch is tied securely with his pebbles in.
I told you sit down before you fall down, but you wouldn't listen.
Can I recall and relay it to the others where I was?
Well, I shall tell you what you. Yeah. So yeah, you found yourself in a void, black void. There were pinpoints of light that seemed to be just infinitely distant from you, and then slowly, at first, they grew closer and larger till you were moving. This sensation gathered up, this gathering sensation of speed, till you were moving so fast. These points of light are like streaking past you, and then become lines of bright, blinding light, and then suddenly you come to a sudden halt, and almost like thrown forward, and you find yourself stood on this desolate plain, like rocky, desolate landscape, and these huge stone cyclopean buildings, huge featureless blocks, titanic blocks that tower way above you, hundreds of feet above you. And then suddenly you were just like back on the beach.
It was really a.
I want to gather myself, and I'm gonna be like, I don't know where or how, I was somewhere else then. How long was I gone?
Like a minute, you were just staring at this thing.
Has Frank gone to find more of these?
So I bet, as you say, this
What?
Frank burst up to the surface again with another one in his hand.
All right, here's another. There we go.
Yeah, Nia takes it.
Did I feel danger when I was there, Phil? Or
No,
no, I didn't feel threatened.
no,
Okay. Yeah.
disorientated.
These things are not normal creatures. These have something wrong
Very
with them.
attractive eyes, that's what's there.
Special about them.
Sounds like he was in Brillier, or however you pronounce it.
Someone look into the eye of these things and see if you experience the same thing.
Or just zoning out.
Well, I don't know. It might not work for anyone else. Have a look.
I could try it while we wait for Frank.
To be fair,
As long as you move
Frank-
it.
If you see any sign of trouble, I will move.
to be fair, he talks to rocks. It might not work for anyone else.
True.
Yeah.
I don't think Elf is very smart either.
Was it 2 more? I can get Phil down there.
You can get 2. Yeah, you'll be able to reach 2 more with the DR of 12. The next to get any more, it'll be a DR of 14.
Okay. Now let's see if we can get the third one. Whoop.
Okay. So yeah, so Frank dives back down into the blue hole.
Oh, go on, Franco.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Deeper,
Nia,
Franco, deeper. Deeper.
is Nia doing anything? So you've got this. You've got the second one. So Marcus is still holding the other one.
I'll
You've
give
got
that
the
to
second
Helga.
one. Or you give So Marcus gives one to Helga, and Nia, you've still got this other one that Frank's just handed to you.
She's gonna go put it on the beach.
Okay.
Sit on the beach with my one and look into it.
Okay. So yeah,
I'll go with
okay.
Helga as well because she's asked me to
Right. Yeah.
ready to move
Okay,
it.
so you look at this thing, and like I say, it looks like an eye. It doesn't react in any way. It's just there's no movement, no at all. But it's almost hypnotic. You feel your eyes drawn to it. You can feel yourself drawn, almost like it almost fills your vision, and you can make a spirit test.
Yeah.
Okay, and yes, so yeah, you feel this. It fills your vision. You see the pupil. It becomes bigger and bigger and closer, and it's almost like you fall into this blackness, and you find yourself in this void. These pinpoints of light, and you feel yourself starting to accelerate, moving faster and faster. These points of light turns into streaks of light and turn to light, just solid lines of this blinding bright light. And then suddenly you're on this desolate flat plain, cracked black stone, stormy clouds in the distance, and you see these huge structures, these huge, like featureless, smooth-faced blocks that you instinctively know are buildings of some kind, and they tower perhaps hundreds, maybe thousands of feet tall.
I've got a question for you, Phil. I know that I'm not there, but just about your description of the lights and the pinpoint lights moving. Like it looks when you're, on like a space movie and the hyperdrive and they all go
Yeah, that kind of
like that, yeah?
yeah.
Yeah. You've been transported to another planet.
So I'm going to take the gaze away so Helga can come back.
So
Okay.
my plan was to yell in that space, but if you take it away, I'm just going to yell at
Do you want to yell?
You could have told us
You
that
want to
before
yell?
you did this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll yell
so
in whatever sphere I'm going to be in.
what are you going to yell?
Just hello. Hello!
Okay, so Marcus, Helga just yells "hello" at the top of the voice. Is that when you're grabbing the shell?
I'll get the gaze away so she comes back.
Okay, so you yell and you hear your voice echoes out across this landscape, but the words you hear, it's not your own voice, and the words you hear isn't hello. It's just this unrecognisable gibberish.
The two game with Fanny, blah, blah, blah.
3-2-1, you're back in the room.
And and then you suddenly like this sense of like dizziness and falling, and you find you're like almost feels like somebody's dropped you, and you feel like hit the beach.
God.
So, see, I told you something was there. I told you. What did you see? What did you
It
see?
didn't seem like a good thing. It was flashing lights and these big beams.
Like you were somewhere else.
I called out, but it wasn't like my words. It was like gibberish.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
So everybody heard Helga shout out, going hello.
I shout out for those.
And at that point,
Hello.
Frank just like bursts up to the surface, with, holding another shell high.
I was a little like the Little Mermaid from the movie, like my hair's going backwards from my bandana, like, and I go, all right, here is the third shell. There's one last more I can reach with my breath.
Unless you spend devil's luck to lower the DR.
I'm not going to do that.
The lady has
I'm
a
not going to
How
use my
about
luck.
more silver?
More silver?
Well, this is not. I mean, Frank, this is not even half a job. The man commissioned 10. You need to go and get some more, man.
Well, 1 second, Reverend. There's more to these shells than just food.
Do you want to go on the eyes?
Oh, gibberish! I'll take my rapier out. I'll say, what is it, spongy? And I can put one in the eye.
Will this work?
You're gonna put one in the eye.
Are we gonna?
Reverend,
I'm guessing we're going over to them as well
Gibberish.
if you're doing this.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Gibberish!
Also,
I'm coming.
Come on,
in.
stab it in the eye.
I'm not aggressively stabbing it. I
your
want
dick in
to
it.
poke it, see if it's
Put your dick in
spongy.
it.
If it's
Put
I'm
your dick
getting
in
it.
quite
But you have to
protective
look
of
at
this
it.
thing now. I'm getting quite protective of this.
Drag it.
Uh,
Smash
you're
it,
gonna-
man.
What's going
So
on?
is the Reverend poking one of these things in the eye with his with his
Unless
sword?
obstructed, the Reverend's going to say, you're talking gibberish. Devil worshippers, what is this thing anyway? And I'm going to poke the tip. Not going to aggressively do it. I don't want to damage the goods. But I'm just going to see whether it's any resistance
You're
to the tip
poking
of
it
my
with
rapier.
the tip of your rapier, yeah, which
Yes,
is a sharp
sir.
pointed object, yeah.
In
Is anybody
the-
stopping him?
Well, I've got the one that I was showing to
I'm
Helga.
going for the one that-
I'm going to protect that.
I'm a bit nearer the one. I'm jealous of the one Nia's got, so I'm going for that one. I don't want her
Okay.
attention on anything but me. No, that's But,
It's
Fucking
near.
hell, Rip.
So the Reverend comes
You
forward
are no
and
man of
and
God,
attempts to prod this this thing in the eye. Is Nia gonna like stop him or do anything?
She
What's Mia
doesn't.
doing?
She wants to know what happens too.
Okay, so you have maybe Nia
Let
holds
the
it
chaos
up,
happen.
and the Reverend prods it with the point of this rapier, and
What are you?
punctures the eye, and it instantly like with a, and this luminous green fluid, like pus-like fluid, just pours out of it as the eyeball bursts. And
Ruined
as
it.
and as this fluid like spills out and drips onto the floor, this glowing gemstone drops out of the deflated eye and lands on the sand.
Oh, what's that?
piss off! I did it. I'm picking it up.
I still think
Yoink.
there's more to these
Captain
than
Tax.
just.
Captain Tax. Yoink.
Pick it up.
Okay, so
Observe
the Reverend just snapped, like sees it and just grabbed down and snatched it. And for a moment, it feels warm. It's wet. It's slick, maybe slightly sticky, and it feels warm. And for a moment, just for a brief moment, you think you hear it, you feel it like it has a pulse, and then it's gone.
What? It disappears.
No, the like pulse.
Oh, the
it feels
pulsing.
it feels like almost like a heartbeat in this gemstone. You feel it like pulse a couple of times, and then it goes dead.
Okay.
Damage the goods.
Well, that's extraordinary. Nia, look at this. And is it impressive? This gemstone, Phil? Is it large? Does it look wealthy? Does it look valuable?
Well, you've never seen anything like it before, so you don't know. It's not. It
Yeah.
looks a bit like an emerald.
We have seen something
It's
like
about
it
the
before.
size of a. It's about the size of an egg.
We have seen something like it before because it's very like a pearl. isn't it? The way it
Frank,
comes, way it
Frank,
comes from like a shellfish.
seriously.
Look, yeah,
Breathe deep. Go and get some more. We're rich. I'm sure of it. Go on, Frank.
what, are we rich? Oh,
I'll be rich.
does that
Who
more
are
grog
you
for
going to
me?
sell these to?
We're taking them from this island. We're going to take them back to England. Rare jewels such as this. For those who've got more money than sense, more money than faith, more money than morality, they're going to... The entire aristocracy of Europe going to be wearing jewellery cut from these gems.
There's more
From
to
the
these.
purest green.
For once, I 100% agree
Yeah.
with you, Reverend. 100% agree.
We're going
How are we
to be filthy
supposed to get
rich, Captain.
We are going to be
We can't get
filthy
back
rich.
to England if you can't afford a ship.
We'll get to that. Why is it every time you open your mouth, Helga, something negative pours out of it?
Look,
There is
What are
something
you?
more
oh, we
to
shouldn't even
these
get these eyes.
That's because
shells.
she's a
Nia, who I'm going to turn to and say, will you take a look
Strumpet. Bloody
into the
strumpet.
eye?
Yeah,
I
say
will.
something.
If I see any distress, I will take the gaze away, but there is something more to these than just green gems.
Oh,
Into
you
the
talk
eye.
such nonsense, you people. Frank, are you going to get any more of these things?
Oh, there's one more down. There's one. Why did I begin to speak down? I will go down, yeah, mate. I will go down. Yeah.
God
Just
bless you, Frank.
Yeah.
What?
The
Nia
Lord is
saying,
with
sorry?
you, Frank.
Was that you?
What was Nia saying, sorry?
Nia. Well, Marcus was asking her to look into the gaze, so she will shrug and actually give it a go.
Okay. Give us a spirit check.
Hey.
Wow, the highest I've rolled all night.
That is the highest you've
Okay.
rolled all night. Fuck.
Okay, so you feel nothing.
You're immune.
No, she's an angel. She's not a mutant, she's an angel.
I said immune. I never said mutant.
We can see, and Nia's just nothing's happening.
No, yeah, there's
at
no,
all.
yeah.
Nothing happening.
You
She
just-
just looks back at Marcus and kind of shrugs.
No,
What's the big deal, Nia? Nia, let me have a look at that.
Captain, by all
Have a
means.
look. I'll roll spirit, yeah.
Can I
Okay.
hold a third one as well and like keep it away from the Reverend?
Yeah, you can.
Protect that thing.
You also
Nothing.
immune.
Nothing. Don't know what's wrong with you people.
Nothing.
Fucking weirdos.
So, Frank, can you
you
give us a strength roll for your swimming, please?
Yeah,
All
since
of
it's the last one, I will probably do
Yeah.
a Devil's Lock to decrease the difficulty if I can.
Good shout, mate. Good
Okay,
shout.
yeah, you can. You can spend a devil's luck to reduce it to DR of 8.
Okay, let's see. I will do that. Alright, straight. Let's go.
Well done. Rules
Nice.
question, real quick, Phil.
You
Say,
can do that.
say I had spent a devil's luck to reduce the difficulty of something, and then I failed. Can I spend another devil's luck for a reroll?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
You can keep spending devil's luck till you've got none left. And the re-roll would be with the reduced difficulty class.
So it's a
Well,
reroll
while I'm
of
swimming down here, taking up this last one, Phil, do I see any more on the other side of this?
You can see others, whether they're on the other side or below you, because they're not all in the same place. So you're swimming around. You're not just swimming straight down.
Okay,
so
okay.
but any others are deep down.
They are
It
deep
will,
down.
like I said, the difficulty rating will be 14
14. Okay.
to get any more beyond this one.
Nothing for you, Frank.
So to get two,
Easy
to
peasy.
get two more, let's see. Actually, let's see. To get, you could get 5 more on a DR of 14.
Here you are, Frank. I'm going to give you a blessing before you go back down.
Oh, thank you. I guess I'm open now by this time. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
I'm going to give him holy protection.
So you've got 4 now. Yeah,
Question.
4. One
Question.
with one that's the eyeball's been punctured.
Question, Phil. This thing that I can do
Uh-huh.
is a water shield that goes around me.
Yeah.
Does that, if I did that and then went underwater, would that water then act like a bubble? Would that be in a bubble of air?
No, it's just like a kinetic thing. It stops.
Okay.
It interferes with like
Yeah.
which is why it reduces damage.
Aye. It would block out the other water from coming through. It would just collapse.
No.
Yeah,
no.
got you. I thought so. Worth an
Yeah,
ask,
it'd still be there, but it's like just
It's not going to touch. It's not solid. It's not going to be a bubble. If I go underwater.
No.
Fair enough. You're on your own, mate. Good luck.
I'm gonna give him spiritual ward, Phil.
Okay, do you want to put that
Just
in
in
chat?
case.
Explain what does it do again?
One creature gets minus D4 protection for D2 days. What does that mean, actually? Works in addition to armor.
Oh, that's armor. So it reduces damage.
Reducing the DR when somebody hits him.
If he takes any damage, it gives it.
If he's struggling for breath and his lungs are about to explode, it would reduce the damage. Wouldn't it?
No,
wouldn't.
because
It's
it's not.
just your
No, it's
roll.
not armor.
Toughness.
Your water
and
filling
usage.
with lungs. Your water filling with lungs
So-
would be quantified in hit points.
It
So
acts,
I'm just
like
gonna-
armor, so it's not gonna
So-
not gonna stop, but reduce the damage on things that.
So what I'm
bypass
going to
armor.
do is I'm going to give him placebo blessing.
Hey.
And I put my hand on his shoulder.
Oh.
There's a good heart there. I just hope you got good lungs as well, Frank. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
The power of the
Thank you for
placebo is
spells.
strong, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I say to Frank, if you get all 5, I'll double your money. Give you
I
20.
use-
40
All the
silver.
grog, Frank. All the grog. Can you imagine all the
All
grog?
the grog,
All the grog.
all the grog you can buy with that,
grog.
man. Imagine.
Oh, the grog. You convinced me, lads.
You'd
and
have
ladies.
enough.
Time to
You
fold.
might even have enough left for a bar soap.
Oh my days! I'm just going to jump immediately in the water and I hit grog.
Okay. So give it a strength check, or it's a DR of 14 this time.
Let's see. Let's see if I succeed.
Come on, Frank.
Go on,
my
Frank,
God.
go!
20.
Can he get 2 for that? Can he get 2 for that?
No.
Oh.
Can you
Yeah.
reduce
I
the
will.
next
Son of a bitch.
I will
Yeah.
say. I will reduce the difficult class of the next one to back down to 12.
Woo!
Because I will say on the way back you dive down, and on the way back up you spot maybe one that was concealed from you couldn't see from above, and there's another one
Okay,
higher
okay.
higher up.
Nice work, Frank.
So yeah,
Go
so
on.
Frank bursts back up to the surface with another one with a number 5.
Woo.
The power of the Lord, Frank. The power of the Lord. Now do you believe? Go in faith, Frank.
Oh, maybe does he provide grog?
He believes
well.
in grog.
Yes, the Lord liked a glass of wine.
The power of grog compels you.
Grog compels it. I'm jumping up in water.
Now there's a religion I
Okay,
could live
does anybody
by.
else do anything?
I want to. I'm so curious. I want to stare back into the eye of this one that I've got hold of.
Okay.
Are you going to tell
Are you
someone
doing-
before-
Are you
I'll
doing
tell
this?
Helga. I'll tell Helga.
Okay, right. Okay.
I'm going back. I need to know what this thing is.
Okay. So give us a spirit test. Frank, give us a strength test. It's a DR of 12.
Who rolled that bloody dice got his way? Who did that?
Okay, so Marcus, okay, you stare at his eye, you become transfixed. You stare, this eye fills your vision. The pupil seems to be all you can see is just like you fall into this blackness, into this void. You see the lights getting streaking. The speed increases, and the points of light turn to streaks of light, and then suddenly you're stood on this desolate plateau. These huge cyclopean buildings. You're stood in the middle of them. They're all around you. And you can hear this wind, this like wind blowing across this across this desolate wasteland, and you can see something on the floor, something small, not too far away, maybe about 100 yards away.
Can I approach it?
You can. So
Yeah.
Frank, you were swimming down. You grab this shell that is not as far down. You grab it, and as you grab it, a moray eel darts out from a crack at the side of the shell and attacks you.
Oh boy.
And devil's luck, dear.
I have no more devil's luck today.
Kill
So
Frank. My greed has killed Frank.
Yeah.
I mean, Frank's
okay.
greed killed himself, you said, with the grog.
Frank's love for
I don't have
grog
to
has
pay a
killed
single
him,
bit of silver.
So the eel goes first. So Frank,
fuck.
you can you target the eel for me? If you double right click on the eel.
Let's see.
You
Oh,
put
yeah,
your-
yeah,
so
yeah.
your-
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. And then click on defend on your character sheet.
Good thing I have a hide armor.
Could I get permission to zoom the map, Bill?
You can. Just 1 second.
Thank
I'll
you
do
very
that
much,
for you.
sir.
Give me a second. There
Yes,
you go.
Franco.
Ooh.
You're rolling well today, mate.
Okay, so you manage. So this thing like just darts out of you. You see jaws wide open. It darts out. But you manage to pull back. What are you doing, Frank?
Is he still attacking me after dodging? Or...
Well, it's up to you. It's up to you. I mean, it's gone for you. Whether it's going to go for you again or not, you don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
So you could attack it, or you could try and get away from it.
It's still close to me while I'm fighting.
If you want to get away from it, it will be an agility check. If you fail the agility check, it will attack you. If it intends to attack you, it will get a free attack against you.
Okay, I will try to get away from it.
Okay, give us an agility check then.
Let's see. 10.
No.
11.
Okay, so you try and swim away from you go to swim away from it, and it lunges at you again. So you make a defend roll.
Defend roll. Let's see. I'm still right clicked. Yeah, very good.
Come on.
Yes.
Yes, Franco.
Okay, so you managed
Rolls are
to
good tonight, man.
Yeah, I'm very
you
good.
managed to swim away from it. Let's see who's going first this round. Enemies go first again. So yeah, it swims after you, like lunges, trying to latch its jaws, sink its jaws into your leg, into
Oh boy.
into the back of your leg, into your calf.
Oh dear.
Let's see. Defend again.
So yeah, roll to defend.
This might be a bad one. Yep.
Oh.
Okay, so this thing, like you feel this sharp pain, this needle, it's like a mouthful of needle sharp teeth sink into the calf, into your calf muscle, your leg. So you've got 2 armor. It does 1 damage. You rolled 2 on your armor, so you take no damage.
Nice.
Your
Nice,
armor
nice,
takes the
nice.
damage.
Is the armor
What do you
get
do?
ruined when it takes the damage, or does it continue to soak damage?
Only in certain circumstances.
Only
So
so- okay.
normal circumstances, it continues to soak it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing this eel being very persistent, I'm gonna take my bayonet knife and just try to swing at it and stab at it.
Okay, give us have an attack then.
Let's see.
Fight will never come.
Oh, 13.
Nice.
13. Roll the damage.
Come on, Frank.
Ah, that's
Unlucky,
not
mate.
bad.
Unlucky.
Oh, and it's dead.
Oh, only had 1 hit
Oh.
point.
Eh?
Yes, Franco!
This
Well
is my
done,
redemption
mate.
from
Well
the power
done.
fight.
So you stab it and you
That is
you turn
redemption.
around and lunge downward and stab it in the head, and yeah, it's dead. Kill
Just
it.
like
You
the
get
parrot.
Does he bring the
killed
eel up?
You killed the Leviathan.
What?
Well done.
Does he get to bring the dead eel up?
Well, that's up to Frank, I suppose.
I mean, I'll let it go and see if it goes up and down. I don't care. I'm going to go towards the ship.
Yeah, it just sinks down. So you can make a toughness roll now, as you've the strain is like putting
Oh,
pressure,
yeah.
putting strain on your lungs. So give us a toughness roll, see if you can continue to hold your breath.
Franco!
So you do.
Oh my days, I'm getting good rolls today. Oh my
Okay,
days.
and
Right
yes,
you are.
Frank
That's
suddenly
fine, this guy.
burst. There's burst up to surface, gasping water pouring from his mouth. And he's staggers out. You can see there's blood, running from his from a wound on his leg and he's holding number 6.
All right, that was a little bit tough a fight. All right, I found your Leviathan, by the way, Reverend.
Ah, congratulations, Frank.
I
There's
stayed
nothing
as
to
well.
fear anymore.
He
And that's only a
stayed.
flesh wound. One
It's
more,
only flesh.
Frank.
Yeah.
One more.
Let me catch my breath first. Does anyone have a grog on them?
Well, the thing is, Phil, actually, on my equipment, I have. I think we talked about this in the past. Why we're carrying around and how I'm carrying around a. All right, who's at it? Marcus.
What?
Where's my goddamn sassafras beer gone?
Didn't you drink it?
You did drink it.
No!
You did?
Oh yeah, we
did.
did, didn't we? Yeah,
You
yeah.
did drink it.
I'm away with the fairies anyway. I'm
No,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
away.
Yeah, send out.
No, you're away with watching the fairies,
I'm just,
mate.
I
You wish it
apologise.
was
Well,
fairies.
I'm going to dispose of your tent because you haven't got that.
You wish it was fairies.
No, Frank. But I'll buy you one when we're back in town for sure.
You all owe me a lot of grogs after this, that's for certain. All right.
Yeah.
I will try again. Let's see if I can.
Okay, you're going to try again. You
Yeah.
can dive down and give us a. So this is back to DR14.
The 14. Let's see.
I-
Come on, Lady Luck. Oh, I jinx it now. I jinx. Ooh.
Luck be a lady tonight? No. Unlucky.
Okay. Right. So you dive down towards this, diving deeper down towards the next closest one of these shells. You can feel your lungs are burning. You can feel you're fighting against the urge to breathe in. You're almost at it. Reach it. You can give us a toughness check.
Ooh. Lady Luck, don't be with me. Jinx it.
Come
Don't
on.
be with me. Yeah.
Nice.
You're fucking.
Okay,
you're
so
a
you can.
survivor,
Do you want to
Frank.
push? Do you want to push forward? Do you want to push on and try and get and grab it, or do you want to head back up?
I'm a
Comes-
greedy man. I'm pushing forward. I
You've
want
come
back
so
up.
far,
Okay,
Frank.
so
You've
you
come
like it.
so far. Go on, Frank.
Fighting, so yeah, fighting
I've got
against
my
it,
lucky
you-
dice
you
in my
you
hand
Push
for
yourself
you here,
forward.
Frank.
You feel your lungs burning. You make your head. You feel like your head is pounding. And give me another strength check as you grab this shell and turn to start kicking yourself back towards the surface.
12.
Oh, okay. Right.
Oh.
Right.
The DR increase each round.
I don't have the.
So now in next they make toughness checks and the DR increases each round. So yeah, your lungs are bursting. You can't hold your breath for much longer. So you need to make another toughness check, and it is a 14.
Okay. Oof.
Oh,
That was
Oh
very
my.
almost a 2.
What a legend this man is tonight.
Oh my days.
right.
Oh
yeah. So
my
yeah. So they're bursting almost like a rocket, like Bob just bursts up out of the water, and almost throwing himself into the shallows as he lands face down, clutching number 7.
Amazing.
So
I'm just laying in the
you want
water,
to go?
like unconscious.
what's everybody else doing apart from Marcus, of course? As so Frank just
I have
throws
the-
himself onto the side.
Babysit Marcus.
She's trip sitting.
I'm Frank's cheerleader. I'm giving him. I'm slapping the water.
Yeah, at this point I'm cheering Frank on actually. Yeah. I'm like, God, Frank! Ah,
3 more, Frank.
Go in.
3 more.
Come on, Frank!
To me.
I'm just going like.
I won't let you die. I'll come and drag you out of the watery abyss myself if I have to.
Is Nia doing anything?
Well, she took the shell from Frank.
Yeah.
She's getting a little concerned about Frank, but she'll keep an eye on him.
Frank's fine. Frank's got the adrenaline flowing now. He's on a roll.
Yeah.
Frank thinks
you-
he's a god.
Yeah, maybe when you see him die back, you can see his eyes, the blood.
Yeah, it
shot.
sounded like blood.
They're like
He's-
veins standing out on his temples.
Yeah.
He's just done more than us for the last 10 minutes than the Reverend's God's done for us, so he's got a better claim than his guy.
That's true.
And Frank runs to the edge and dives back down into the depths. So Marcus, you walk towards this thing on the floor, and as you get closer, you look down, and it's one of these shells.
Pick it up.
Okay, you pick it up, and it's empty. There's no eye in it. And then as you look around, you can see there's dozens of them littering the floor, hundreds.
I'll pick one up in each hand, and then I'm going to shout out help. So hopefully that'll be a signal. Pull me out of the whatever I'm in.
Okay, so you pick one up, and they're both the same. They're empty. And you pick them up and you shout out hello, and you everybody apart from Frank, of course, suddenly like jumps as they hear Marcus shout out hello. You shout hello, and it's not your voice. It's different. You can't even understand the words. You're not even sure if they are words, and you see this shadow move. You thought it looked like a door, just like a shadow on the side of the building, like maybe with a dark side of the building. But something moves. This huge shadow moves, and you can realise it's something has stepped out this doorway. And we'll leave it there.
Oh, that was good session. That
Yeah.
was a lot of fun.
Fantastic,
You
guys.
stole the show again,
Fantastic
Darren.
session. You did steal the
Get
show,
all the grog.
Predator, mate. You were an absolute star in that
Oh
water, mate.
my
Well done.
days. Frank's gonna get all the grog.
I'm sitting fiddling with my lucky dice for you, mate. And do you know what I realised, guys? My lucky dice is the Foundry logo. There you go, the black numbers.
Excuse me. Right, so I don't know if are we doing a raid?
Oh, we can do.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
see. We can.
Hang on, Phil. You're rubbish at this. Thanks for watching, everyone. We love you. We really appreciate you. We are Brotherhood of the Dice. Mr. Useless over there is Phil. That's Casey, Gary, Megan, Oliver, Therator, and Dave. Thank you very much for watching, troops.
Good night,
That's
everyone.
Oliver.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.